water. Let's go. Everybody's being hydrated.
I
didn't fill up my water. I have a little bit left. That's all.
My squad
Tea.
stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
With different
Thirsty
liquids.
as fuck, boys.
Yep, thirsty hose. That's what we are.
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go back from session 17 because that's where we left off, right? Right.
Yes.
Right.
So when we last saw our heroes, you all killed Bane. You checked on everyone in the council building, but your moment of rest would not last long, as Mabel recognized the direction Cyrus was heading after the fight. Lascivious gathered Bane's head on his belt. Michaela's collecting some of his blood before his body began to evaporate, and with the exception of his head. Lascivious running ahead of the group towards Nostriel Medical to check on and ensure Azria's safety, while the rest of you made way to Mabel's house, chasing Cyrus. Taking a shortcut through the city that Mabel remembered from her days as a child with William, you quickly made it back in time to confront some cultists that were raiding the Magnolia residence alongside Cyrus, having known about this because of Mabel's clairvoyant spell. After some quick combat, Cyrus successfully fled alongside with some important documents pertaining to William's journal and what he learned being part of your group for a small stint, as well as an extra cultist who fled with some other documents that were unknown to you. Downstairs, Lascivious ran into someone familiar in a one-armed LaFay, saying that you all needed some help and she was willing to give it. You heard her out for a little bit, and you had a moment of rest where you're kind of collecting yourselves, calming down, when both Amelia and Magnus Magnolia were coming down the road. And Charles dragged Lascivious away, and we come back to Mabel and her parents outside her family home in ruins. As Magnus looks to her, we have much to talk about, don't we?
Yeah, let's go.
So the three of you head inside the house. Lascivious and Charles. Before Mabel and her family come in, Charles kind of has like his arm, like almost wrapped around yours as you're kind of going through. Once he gets inside the house, Lascivious, he just kind of looks at you, goes, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have no idea what we're gonna do once we actually got in here. So where do you want to hide?
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna like this conversation.
I'm gonna go upstairs. Make sure Mabel doesn't go upstairs.
So I gotta be there for this conversation.
Yeah, bye.
I'm gonna like
and then
this.
I'm gonna run upstairs. And I'm gonna go to the bedroom where Sonnet is.
Okay. Sonnet. So not long after you saw Mabel's parents coming down the road, you saw Lascivious and Charles go inside. You were building the fort. When you see her family coming in, you hear a quick little thump, 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 and Lascivious, you're at William's door.
At William's door, I'm gonna open it. How are things?
It's fine. Well, there's a lot of sheets, and I might need a hand with this one, and I'm gonna try and I don't know. There's one that's kind of like falling over that I've been trying to get on one side for the whole time, but every time I go to the other side, it falls off, and then vice versa.
Oh shit, okay. And I open it, close the door, and then I run over and I try to help him with the thing, whatever it is.
As you're passing through as well, you see Michaelis, who's gone and taken a little lie down on a broken couch on the upper floor, just kind of laying there. Mabel, when you and your parents come inside, you see Charles just kind of standing at the entrance to the door, just kind of like a little ways past the entryway. And he's just kind of standing there. He looks so awkward. He just kind of gives you a small little nod and then looks to your parents. Miss and Mr. Magnolia, I'm sorry about the condition your home is in. And you see Amelia just kind of be a little sullen, but not really saying much. You see Magnus just kind of lift his hand and go like this, and goes, "Yep, no problem." And he just turns around and he goes upstairs.
Oh, rude. Oh my god.
Magnus turns to you, Mabels. Where do you want to have this conversation? I assume the house as its entirety is like this.
Yeah. It's kind of a mess.
So where?
Living room.
The three of you go to the living room. He kind of like, you see he just, Magnus is just scanning the room all around. Amelia's just got her eyes like practically glued to the floor. Every now and then you catch like a glance of her coming up and looking to you. See like a small little smirk, but then she kind of keeps looking down to the floor. Magnus kind of gets some like area kind of shoot away as like glass and debris kind of all over the place. Amelia quickly does up some magic with her hands and somewhat very shoddily in this quickened moment repairs like a couple of little like almost like love seat kind of cushiony things.
Mhm.
And Amelia and Magnus sit down with and there's an empty cushion just right in front of them. Magnus kind of gestures to it. Please sit.
I think Mabel kind of wanted to stand up the entire time. But she'll take a seat. She'll take a seat. And I'm going to wait for him to start. Even though I have a billion questions. I want him to go ahead first.
There's a good, probably like a good couple of minutes where it's just this pure silence. You could hear like a pin drop. You hear like the thudding of Lascivious and Sonnet upstairs kind of doing whatever the heck they're doing. As the sounds kind of drags on, Amelia takes like a big deep breath, just kind of sighs, and goes, "Your friends are upstairs, I assume, yes?"
Yeah.
They're not peeping on this conversation, are they?
Oh, why would it matter?
Because I have information that is very pertinent to them, and I do not trust them.
I trust them. Isn't that enough?
No, it is not. Mabel, do you know why we have stayed in business and at the top of our game for as long as we have?
Yeah, actually I do.
You seem to have your own theory, so go ahead.
No, I kind of want to hear it from you first.
Hard choices. That's how we've managed to stay on top of our game for years and years, Mabel. Tough choices. A lot of the tough choices led us to where we are today. Our house in complete shambles. A god of war launching an attack on our fair city. And my very own kin getting caught up in things that she should not be getting caught up in. Tell me, you must have a billion questions, thoughts, emotions that you are probably willing to share. Because I feel like you want to yell at me. I feel like you do.
Yeah, a little.
So tell me, where do you want me to start?
How about you tell me where you were before everything happened?
Today?
Yeah.
Making more hard choices.
With who? What were you doing? Who were you with?
See, he roll an insight check for me.
That's the nat 20.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
Yes. Yes.
Narrative
So
20s.
26.
He looking at your father. You haven't seen him in a good little while, like in person, like a proper, face to face kind of meeting. Like you saw him for a brief moment after the Bane fight where you were really close to him. But this being probably the closest and the most intimate you've had with him in a very long time. You asking specifically, like, to go further has kind of ticked him off.
Mm.
But at the same time, you can tell that he's very tired as he goes to say his next words. An old friend stopped by. Our fuck, what's the name of it? I can't come up with a word right now, like out of character. The section that, the High Council for your section of Zawar would be. An old friend visited our office, and it was a very hard conversation. I had business to deal with. I made it on time to the meeting. I couldn't get to the war room in time.
Did you know I was here?
I did.
And? You know what was happening. You didn't even come to see me?
What do you mean, know what's happening? If
With
you're
everything
talking
going
about,
on.
If you're talking about the war, of course I knew what was going on.
But in Imperia, you...
If you're
Didn't you
talking
know?
about you're talking about the burning of the city, correct?
Yes.
I only learned of that the moment William told me. He met me at, well, what I thought was William. He told me about what happened, and unfortunately, I'm too busy in the meeting that I was in to quickly run to the house. I was in the office the entire night.
I could have died.
You could have died today. Do you have any idea?
And you still left after everything that had happened. You left. I asked you to stay. I needed you to stay, and you left.
He takes like a deep breath. Abel, your brother is gone. We have
He's
no
not
idea.
gone.
We have no idea where he is, Mabel. Not a single clue. Unless you have some knowledge to enlighten us with, we have no clue.
Actually, yes, I have an idea.
You see, he kind of leans back. Well, go on. Where is he?
I think he's in Zaboyam. He's being held up with, your best friend Cyrus and the others, I presume.
He normally he's got like a very poised, like proper, very stoic position, and you see he just kind of leans forward a little bit. Why would Cyrus have him, Mabel? And how do you even know about Cyrus?
What do you mean? I told you he was in your room when I messaged you. And you didn't say anything. So yeah, I think you know that Cyrus is
Sorry, just a
kind of
quick
funny if you
callback.
didn't.
Sorry, just a little quick callback because I don't recall. Did you tell him in your message that Cyrus was at the house?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's my mistake.
Mhm.
Just a quick little rewind. Yes, I got the message, and as soon as you said, we hurried faster. If Cyrus, like you said, has William, then it should be simple to get him back.
What do you mean, simple? Do you not know what he's done?
Mabel, I was there. What are you referring to specifically? Do you know more than I do in this particular situation? Because if you do, I'm going to be very surprised.
And why is that? You know what? No. Cyrus has actually kind of been after us this whole time. He's, actively tried to kill us. And,
Has he laid a finger on you?
he's tried to.
Let me ask you a more direct question. Has he gone up to you personally? And has he tried to hit you? Or has he cast a spell at you? Or has he done anything of the sort to directly harm you, Mabel?
Why are you asking me those questions? I don't understand. What do you...
Because Cyrus saved this family.
Oh yeah, I know all about that, actually. Forgive me, I find it kind of hard to believe that you don't know what I'm talking about. He's Lolth's right-hand man. He stole... I saw him break into this house. That's why I messaged you saying he was here, he was in your room, he was rummaging through everything, he was trying to find something, and he did. It was under your bed.
Roll another insight for me.
The fuck?
You're gonna do this one with advantage because you got the natural 20 earlier. With
21?
the natural 20. Okay, cool. With the natural 20 they got earlier, your father has become significantly easier to read. You mention the fact that he looked for something under the bed, and for a split moment, you actually see a twinge of fear in his eyes.
What was that? That he took? It's gone. You can go see it for yourself. I'm not lying.
He just kind of sits there. He raises kind of like how he was back in the council chamber. He just kind of takes his hand and he just rests it against his face. No, I believe you. Mabel, do you want a full explanation?
Yes.
When you and William were born, before you were born, I should say, we, as a family, were in very hot water. We were stacked high with debts throughout the city. We had a lot of personal and financial and business problems. We were going to be kicked to Zaboyam, and we were not going to survive there. There was a day where we were at our lowest, and a man came to our door with another person. This man happened to be Cyrus, and he came with a simple proposal. He wanted to help us. Promised financial security, as well as future financial security, as long as we did one thing that wouldn't hurt anybody. He mentioned about wanting to simply do a test of sorts. And we allowed it. because we knew that it would secure the future that all of us wanted, as well as for the both of you. You and your brother. He went home that night and came back with a man. I never quite caught his name, but he was covered in. He was a Kenku. He came with this man, and the two of them sat down with your mother, and they did something. I'm not
What?
entirely. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'm not as much as of a wizard family we are. This is something that I don't know. Some white aura energy came out of this Kenku and went into your mother, and that was it. Said and done. When we expected for something to be haywire, we expected for something to go wrong in the birthing process or something. We expected something incredibly negative to come out of this, but nothing ever happened. There was no complications. You grew up perfectly fine. We had heard from Charles about these visions that you'd been having, but you're a divination wizard. We thought this was normal.
He told you?
Well, Mabel, you didn't just get to go to Imperia for free. Mind you, Charles is helping you all of his own free will, but we asked him to keep a simple eye.
Eye on me.
Well, we wanted to make sure you were doing okay in Imperia. We weren't going to send our daughter off to some magical school without any sort of eye on her, Mabel. After we knew that you were going to be safe at that school, we decided to leave it up to Charles if he wanted to continue to keep an eye on you. And judging from your friendship with him, it sounds like he wanted to continue to help you as much as he could. He's a good man.
You really have no idea what they did to me, do you? I can't believe you would just let them do that. God, I wasn't even born yet, and you let them do stuff, and you knew that something bad could happen. You were expecting something bad to happen, and you just did it.
Well, we didn't expect for. Listen, Mabel, we didn't know what was going to happen, but we wanted the best for you and your brother going forward, and look at the lives that it gave you. Obviously, recently, it's gone a bit for the worse, for sure. But leading up to here, you had an ideal life. You were off in one of the best magical schools in all of Orlais. You didn't have to worry about anything financially. You had an incredible backing to fall back to in case you didn't want to study magic anymore. Tell me what we did wrong.
It felt like you... Can I see what my mom is looking like?
Yeah, roll an insight for her. This one will be with advantage as well. She's not really hiding anything on her face.
17.
She looks very ashamed, but you can tell like she's what he's saying is ringing true with her. It's true 100% of what he said. She looks very kind of tired, but also ashamed at having to have hit it.
I have nightmares every night. That is impossible. That should be impossible. I'm... I don't care about the school. I don't care about the money. And I get that you had work. I get that you both worked and you were both gone a lot. But you... I needed you, and you were never... You were hardly around, and when you were, you...
He just takes like a deep breath, and you see like just a very long and tired exhale. You've learned over the past... How long have you been adventuring out there for? God, Charles mentioned that part of this happened maybe 4 or 5 months ago when things started to get a little bit more serious. He thought he would give us a warning, but he didn't worry because you were skilled.
Are you telling me you knew and you never talked to me? You never came to me to see how I was doing? You went through Charles?
We trusted Charles, Mabel. He said you were skilled and we believed it.
I needed you.
He kind of goes in the... You see like another very long exhale. And goes, Mabel, I'm not sure what you want me to tell you. I have told you all that I have in a part of whatever has ruined our home and has taken our son. But I can promise you that we're going to do everything in our power to get William back. And that this is just going to be a blip in the Magnolia family existence.
A blip? You found out that your son wasn't even your son for God knows how long, and you're saying that it's a blip? Everything that's happening to me is some sort of blip in our existence?
He just kind of leans forward. You can tell, like, he is... Your father doesn't show much emotion at all. But what you're saying to him is, like, it's like you're prodding him with, like, a knife each time you say something. And he's just leaned forward, a little bit more intense in his look towards you. Just, Mabel, we live for potentially 1,000 years.
Yeah, I know.
This is going to be nothing against our family's legacy, against your legacy as an individual, and against our lifetimes. We will be here for a long time. This will simply be a blip and nothing more. He goes to stand up. I'm gonna go.
No, I'm not done
And-
with you. William has been kidnapped. I'm kind of going through it right now. And I feel like you're still holding stuff from me.
He very, like, just opens up his arms and goes, what do you want from me, Mabel? I'm not hiding anything.
What did he take from under your bed?
He, quickly kind of, like,
Don't lie.
encloses himself. Goes, if you really want to know, come up and look. And he goes to walk out of the room.
I turn to my mom.
She just gives you like a very kind of subtle nod. If you like, go ahead.
And what were you doing this whole time, Mom?
Between the meeting and now,
Between everything, the whole time I was gone, what, were you taking cooking classes? Were you...
she just kind of she lowers her head with a little bit more shame to her. Just, he said it was all under control.
And you didn't reach out because he said everything was fine? That it would be fine? You work for Imperia on behalf of the kingdom. You're a part of the schools, and I mean, you must have known that stuff with Oris happened with the headmaster. That's your job. He attacked one of the students, you know?
You can. I don't need you to roll insight for this particular instance. With every single bit that you've mentioned about Oris and everything kind of going on, you see there's a little bit more kind of confusion as you go deeper into the details. I mean, William told me about the Imperia burning down, but I never heard anything about Oris.
What are you talking about? That's your job. You're supposed to know what goes on. You're telling me you don't know anything?
She just kind of quickly leans forward and goes, we've been receiving letters from Oris for the past few months now saying that your schooling was going well.
What? Mom, he's dead.
You see, she just kind of takes a, leans back onto the little seat. See, I haven't been to the school in ages, so I haven't... Who's been running the school, Mabel? Has the school even been under operation? Because we've been receiving everything like it's been under operation.
And you just, took their word for it? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, are you telling me Charles isn't trustworthy?
What?
I mean, Charles runs the Hall of Records in that area. He runs the library. He's one of the teachers. He signed off on a lot of the letters that we got sent from Oris saying everything was going okay.
What?
Roll a... I'm gonna say roll a history check.
21.
You can kind of piece to, you remember that when Oris died, Cheshire and Charles immediately took over. You guys weren't around the school a lot while they were trying to keep it under operation. Classes weren't going, but surely, thinking back now, it's kind of clicking in your brain, oh, the school hasn't been under operation, but there's probably a reason why I haven't been reached out to. Charles and Cheshire have probably worked together to make the rest of Orlais, or at least the people that are off in important places in the world, think that the school is still operating in order to keep a facade.
God. That might have to be one of the stupidest things you've ever done. He attacked a student, you know? That was me, by the way.
Oris
You know what?
attacked...
And can I turn away from her and go look for Charles?
Yeah?
Where is he?
You go, you leave your mother. And, as you leave living rooms, you see she just kind of sits there and she puts her head in her hands and she just kind of, rubs it from, what you can assume is probably a headache. Leaving the living room, you see Magnus is at the top of the stairs. And you see Charles just kind of leaning against the wall as he, looks up at Magnus there. Judging by Charles's posture, it looks like Charles got some words that Charles didn't like.
I'd like to walk up to Charles.
You see,
So, sorry, for reference, where is he exactly with my father?
Charles
Are they
is,
on the upper landing?
Charles or Magnus is now at the tippy top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Charles is kind of like a little bit before the stairs, just kind of leaning against the wall. Like
Okay,
he's
yeah,
just been kind of off because he doesn't really know what to do in this type of a situation. So he's just kind of been off in case he's been called for something. Looking like upon closer inspection, you see there are tears in his eyes.
Charles, you knew? You knew that the one thing that I wanted was to get my parents to contact me and you didn't do anything?
You see he kind of like just simply like wipes like tears from his face. Goes, that wasn't my call, okay?
Wasn't your call? Are you kidding me? Oh, just like what Cheshire did with all of us trying to fuck us up at the ball? Really?
He just simply like gets up off of the wall. Just I don't know what to say, Mabel.
Really,
I'm
you
sorry.
knew?
He just looks at you with like such a little defeated face. I'm sorry, I need to go. And he just kind of goes to walk past you. Are you stopping him or anything along those
Yeah, I'm
lines?
stopping him.
What, Mabel?
What do you mean, what?
He just kind of like grabs, like very softly, like grabs the arm that you grabbed him with. He goes, Mabel, I know you're the center of attention right now, with everything going on with Loth and your family and everything, but you're not the only one who has shit going on. And he just goes and pulls away and leaves.
Oh
I'm
my
following
God.
him. I'm following him. Is he?
He goes to leave the house.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna follow him and I'm gonna shut the door after us.
Okay.
Can I make a like a check? Maybe me and Joe can make a check to see if we hear
You would probably hear.
someone coming
Yeah,
up the
so
stairs.
firstly, so
I
the
would
both
probably
of the,
do.
so
You're
the
sleeping.
two of you can roll checks. Donelia, you can roll check too to see if you can hear Magnus walking up the stairs. Michaelis, because you're on the couch, you just see Magnus make his way up the stairs as he surveys the damage around like the area. Do you do anything when you see Magnus at the top of the stairs? You see he looks incredibly furious.
I'm gonna turn towards him and say, "Have you spoken with Mabel yet?" Because I'm guessing I just woke up at that point with him getting up there.
Yeah, you'd be almost like half asleep, but hearing him walk up the steps would kind of like get you into like a groggy state. You're gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna fucking magic you up, bro. You should have shut your fucking mouth.
Maybe he should have.
Oh, really?
Nat 20.
Oh,
I swear to
That's fine.
fucking God.
That's
Anyways.
fine, man. It's a saving throw. So you see, like, when you
So
say,
dumb.
when you mention it, he like stops at the top of the stairs, and with just a simple turn of the head, you just feel this immense pressure, kind of like weighing down on you. Thankfully, you're able to kind of starve off the feeling of what would have come and hit you, but you can get it just by the immense pressure of just the look of this guy. You don't want to piss him off, and he continues to walk a little bit forward into the hallway. He sees that the door to Joe, when you busted into the room to where Cyrus was initially, did you shut the door when you left
I shut the door when I went in.
for
So the door
Cyrus's
shut.
room?
Oh, not Cyrus's room. Sorry.
So when you left Cyrus's room, did you shut the door?
Cyrus's room.
Do you
Sorry,
mean the
not
room that
Cyrus.
was in?
Magnus's room.
Oh.
Yeah. So the room that Cyrus was last in, like when he broke out of the window and you went in to go check to see if he was there, did you shut the door when you left?
No, I don't
The
think so.
top door was open because I busted that one open, but I never closed it. The bottom one, I'm not too
Okay.
sure.
So you see he just very like just with such um with such I want to say passion. Passion is not the right word, but with just so much force kind of going forward. What was the rolls for your guys' perceptions?
I rolled a 17.
It would have been a 14.
17.
17 and 17 and 14. Yeah, you guys hear not just Michaelis, but you hear Magnus up the stairs. What you could assume is probably you can't tell if it's Magnus, but you
As
can
Magnus
probably,
was coming
you
up,
know.
I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit, I think Mabel's coming," and I'm gonna go and like use my thieves' tools to lock the door because I don't know where we're at in completion terms. So I'm just like, "Fuck, shit."
With the I'm gonna say with like how like aggressive they were to this place, like you go to lock the door with your thieves tools, the door's broken. You can't lock it.
Like, son of a bitch. I'm gonna take a blanket and I'm gonna wrap the door handle around like a thing or something. Like I don't know that like stop it from opening.
Lascivious, why don't you just go out and stall?
I was just like, don't you need my help?
I think I got most of the port up.
Oh shit. Okay,
I
yeah.
just some finishing touches.
I'll make sure Mabel doesn't come in, and I'm gonna go open. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna shut it. And I'm gonna look and be like, oh.
You see
fuck.
Magnus with that stare to Michaelis, and you see Michaelis like with that pressure.
Yeah.
Ian.
Am I kind of like going against like it's almost like going against like a windstorm, just like kind of like
A little bit. It's
standing my
almost
ground, but
like,
it's like damn, that's like a lot of pressure.
How did you get up so
Exactly,
fast? Weren't
yeah.
you
But
just
damn!
sleeping?
I think at the same time, Lascivious peeks out, Bonelia peeks out as well.
you see the exact same
Yeah, I'm
scenario.
fully
We're having a
facing
stare,
north.
Michaelis.
but we're having me and Magnus are having like a stare down in a sense.
Yeah, like a small stare down for an instant.
Ooh.
And you can gather the same kind of feeling that Michaelis got just by like the stare that he gave Michaelis.
I go, oh.
Oh, my last thing before like after Magnus did that first thing, all I'm gonna simply say is like, I hope you told her.
So you two hear that last little bit. Do you say or do anything before Magnus goes into his room?
I kind of creaked the door open. I was like, it was her dad. And then I'm gonna say, Michaelis said something interesting. He said, did you tell her, as if he knows what her dad should be saying to him, to her?
And you're saying this to me?
Yeah, I'm
inside
saying
the
it to
room?
Sonnet. I opened the door and I is saying that in.
And I'm sitting there, like I'm kind of like half listening to you as I'm like putting photos like in the fort and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, what? Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a big deal. But
Oh.
why the fuck does Michaelis know anything about her? What her dad would have to say to her? What? Like I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense.
Cornelia, do you say or do anything?
Are you shitting on me, Mike?
No, I'm talking to Sonnet. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah, I'm joking. I'm sorry to break the immersion, but I think that's all I'm gonna say.
Cool.
So.
Cornelia, do you say or do anything with Magnus?
No, she just watches him walk by.
Okay. Magnus goes off into his room. And just like through like a small little hole in the wall, and like through some of the like the broken bits of the door, you can see he's just gathering like a bunch of shit and trying to put into like a neat pile. He's trying to fix some of the things in the room.
Is the hole in the wall big enough to climb through?
Through into Magnus's room?
Yeah.
Probably not. No, not big enough to crawl through, but like you could probably like maybe poke your head in there a little bit.
Okay.
Might get stuck, but
Alright, she's just gonna watch that.
okay. Civius and Sonnet. Or actually, I'll go back to Mabel for a sec. With Charles like going to leave the house, are you following him or are you doing anything? Are you
I
doing
know
something
I'm
else?
following him outside, and I think I'm gonna. If there was a door to shut, I'd shut it, but there is no door.
I mean, it's
Um,
there. It's just blasted open and
It's
broken.
just disgustingly bad. Yeah. No, I'm gonna run down like the front porch steps. And I'm not gonna go to try and grab him yet. I'm gonna use my words. But yeah, Mabel's a little frazzled right now, but she's gonna start pleading with him. Please stop. Let's just talk. Stop running.
You see, like he gets to like the end of like your little like what would essentially be like a driveway, and he just kind of stops and he turns around. Just kind of like you see like tear stains down his face. Like he looks just so defeated. What is there to talk about? You didn't hear what he said, did you?
What did he say?
Mabel, I'm done.
What do you mean done?
I mean, I know that like the school is gone, and let me address that real quick. That wasn't my decision, okay? Cheshire is he's manipulative, and I'm sorry that I didn't inform your parents about what was going on, or to William or to anybody along those lines. That I'm sorry, but you have to understand that I'm not in total control of this situation. Cheshire's not a normal fucking guy.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm sorry.
Did he do anything to you? Did he say anything? Is he holding anything over you?
No, he's not holding anything over me, Mabel. It's just I don't want to give him something to hold over.
What does that mean?
He just very like Sonnet and Lascivious.
Okay.
Looking outside, like to Sonnet, you see. So when you're kind of working on the little fort, you kind of like just like a little peek outside of the window while you're kind of like set up at a certain angle. Lascivious, I'd assume you would just look out the window eventually.
Yeah.
I would have
You
been setting up
see-
the telescope at the window, so I feel like that's when we.
Yeah. So you see Mabel and Charles standing outside, and with like some of the broken glass and shit like that, you can kind of make out what the conversation is. Charles just kind of grabs you by the shoulder and goes, Mabel, you are the only thing that I have in this entire fucking planet, okay? And if there is anything that I don't want to give him, it is a reason to hold me hostage. In any way, shape, or form. I don't want you hurt. I don't want your friends hurt. We've been close for a very long time. And I'm sorry that I've let you down in a lot of ways. But after what happened where I was in Volum, I'm not gonna let that happen to you. Because that very well could, with how important of a role we all play in this right now.
Interesting.
So I'm not gonna give him something to hang over me. He kind of breaks off from you. I'm not leaving. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm just gonna go get some air. I'm probably gonna... You know what? If you want to find out where I am, like if I don't come back to your house at the end of the night or in the morning, go talk to Brug. I'll tell him where to meet me. Wherever you guys go, I'll follow.
Okay. No, if you need some time, that's okay. Just what did my dad say to you?
Well, I'm gonna be completely honest, Mabel. I'm kind of disobeying your father by going with you, but He doesn't want me anywhere near you anymore.
But you didn't.
If you could
But
believe
everything that's happening isn't your fault.
I know, but he needs someone to blame. And unfortunately, he's not going to blame your mom. He's not going to blame you. He's certainly not going to blame William. I'm kind of the last call. But it's okay. I'm not going to listen to a fucking thing he says. I promise. And he reaches out and he puts like a pinky out. I promise.
Okay.
He interlock pinkies, kind of breaks off, and then he leaves. You turn around, you see Lascivious and Sona just staring out the window.
Oh
Do I
no,
see
they.
them? I can
No,
give
no,
them
I'm
a chance
hidden.
to hide.
I'm hidden.
She can see me all she wants, even if it's brief. But as soon as like I see that someone is going to look at me, I'll just duck as fast as I can. But
If you want, maybe you can make a perception roll to see if you see him for a brief moment before they.
I'm
hide.
not even.
I'm
not
so
even
stealthy. She doesn't see
watching.
me.
Okay, then don't even worry about it.
with these boots on. She doesn't
What
see
is
me.
Mabel about to do?
I think I'm watching Charles walk away. And I'm gonna cast a message to him. And I'm gonna tell him, please be safe. I will see you tomorrow. Don't feel the need to come back to the house. I'm gonna talk to my father.
You get a response back. I don't know if talking to him's the best thing to do, but do what you must. I'll be safe.
Okay, I'm gonna let that kind of hang in the air for a minute. And I'm gonna breathe a heavy sigh because I think this is the first time I've kind of been, at least I think I'm alone, but like alone, just outside. It's probably dark by now.
Yeah,
Right?
it would be. You're getting close to about 10 o'clock at night. Like the sun is finally getting to like its final setting place, and the moon is starting to rise.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of like take a second standing there. I'm gonna kind of shut my eyes and just sort of feel like the wind and listen to the crickets or whatever, and just kind of yeah, it goes without saying. I think she's been crying this entire time, but yeah, I'm gonna sit in that for a second, and I am going to. I start, I guess, kind of slowly making my way back to the house, but then the more, with each step I take, the more I'm kind of like, I'm still not done. And I'm gonna walk upstairs with the intention of.
I immediately, I see her walking back, and I stumbled around. She's going, and I like shut the door behind me, and I'm like, "Fuck, are you good?"
I guess at this point I would have already had. Maybe yeah, I'm as good as I can be. I don't know. I don't know.
Should I send her in?
Just I'd like stop, take a deep breath, look him in the eyes, send her in.
Okay. Like, open the door and leave.
Michaelis, you see Lascivious open the door from William's room.
Okay. Lascivious.
I'm across the hallway. You either come to me or you wait for
Oh, sorry. I thought you saw. I misheard. I thought you said he was coming across.
So
like he just booked
I'll
it.
come out the door and I'll start walking towards the stairs, assuming Mabel's showing up.
Bonilli, you're also outside of the room, right?
No, I went back. Wait.
So you were watching Magnus.
Right.
Go
Yeah.
into
So
the
you
room.
yeah.
So you would be outside the room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you also see Lascivious as well.
Okay.
So you want to say
Since-
something to me?
No. Well, the thing I was going to say that I was going to actually go downstairs after me and Magnus had that stare off,
Okay.
Because I was going to try and see if I can find Mabel.
Okay. I'll
So
say
like,
what just essentially happened in like a quick span. So
yeah.
yeah, after the little stare down, you see Lascivious come out. You see Bonelia as well standing outside. When you begin to make your way downstairs, that's when you see Lascivious and Bonelia kind of standing there too.
Okay, I just give a passing glance at him, and I just give us this a simple nod, and I just go downstairs.
I just
Yep.
kind of go like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, well, I don't know what's going on.
When I get downstairs, has Mabel already entered?
I think at that point I would just be walking in. Yeah.
Like
So,
just at the doorway when you're at the bottom of the stairs.
yeah. I'm simply going to walk. Shit. I'm walking up to her, and I would see that you've been crying and such, right? My perception isn't that bad, so.
Oh, your social skills. Just kidding. Sorry.
Are lacking.
He thinks it's the best day of her life.
Yeah.
So what happened is that I'm gonna walk up to her and just like, hey, I don't know if this is the best timing. I'm guessing you've spoken to your father already?
Yeah, what, you didn't hear that from upstairs?
I only heard murmurs. I was kind of half asleep. It's only when Magnus came up. He wasn't too happy that I asked about that, so I'm guessing that you guys already did.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I don't know if you know this, and I reach into my my chest pocket, and I pull out several sheets of like like the slightly charred diary entries that Magnus had, and I'm gonna hand it over to Mabel.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna take a second to flip through it. Is there anything in particular I would land on, Walker, that's important?
Yeah. So actually, Michaelis, when you saw Magnus go into the room and start kind of sorting through things, like you saw like he was looking through for specific documents that weren't in that room. Same thing with you, Bonilla. You would have seen that he's kind of looking confused and a little angry as he's trying to find specific papers. Yeah, Mabel, you find specifically like there's a very like obviously it's torn and kind of in pieces, but you can cipher out like a pretty big chunk relating to Cyrus's connection to your family in the initial bit about how there's like pretty much almost like a receipt about what happened. There's like a transcript about nothing harmful will happen to the children. Rest assured, everything will go smooth. Yada yada yada. Some things were obviously pertaining to the wealth of the family specifically, but you do see like on like a very small like slight recall. I forgot to mention this when Michaelis looked through some of the notes, but there was like a very specific spot that mentioned about if there was potential future problems that Magnus could reach out again, but only under like dire circumstances. And by reading that, you can kind of piece together that what Magnus said earlier about, well, if Cyrus has him, then it should be easy to get him back. He's probably referring to that because he thinks that it might be a way to get in contact with him and potentially make a deal.
And I'm just simply say as she's reading through it, as like, because I don't really know what they had the conversation with, but it's like, I don't know. Based on reading that, it kind of seems like Cyrus is blackmailing your father a bit.
Grant, just so you know, it doesn't look like blackmail.
Oh.
It looks like Cyrus is keeping open the tunnel of communication if Magnus ever so chose to reopen it.
It's not blackmail then. It's like a loan shark kind of thing. It's just like, oh, I'll keep on giving you information as long as you keep on doing this stuff. Leading him on.
Yeah, leading him on would be a good way.
Okay, sorry, not blackmail. So it's like it seems like he's been leading your father on with these promises. I think he's just sending him down this rabbit hole of this helping Lolth. That seems to be the ultimate goal for Senators here. I mean,
Thank you, Michaelis. And I'm gonna take the notes and I'm gonna walk off. And up the stairs. And towards my father's bedroom.
Whoa,
Uh,
there, cowboy.
As you get up to the tippy top, as you get to the tippy top of the stairs, you see Bonelia just sitting outside of the room where she put LaFay. You see Lascivious off to the far area, just kind of like outside of William's room, or I say like a little bit closer to the stairwells. I'd imagine you would be walking.
At this point, I feel like.
Okay, so yeah, as you're making your way up after talking to Michaelis briefly, you do see Bonili standing outside of outside of LaFay's room, and you see Lascivious kind of just about to the stairs. Like he looks like he's going to the stairs.
I think at seeing them both there, like Michaelis having approached me, and then Lascivious at the top, and then Bonelia with like, what I would assume is her ass sticking out, poking through my father's bedroom. I think I'm just crying even more now that not necessarily that there's like people watching, but just there's so much happening, and there's just like I'm kind of
What will Mabel do? I'm gonna reach out for a hug. I'm gonna go for a hug.
a hug.
Yeah, just
You're gonna
just a hug.
Oh God. Trying to figure out if I say something.
Swerve. I have a boyfriend.
break his ankles. Oh.
I think I just kind of very gently like kind of push him away. Not really pushing, more like just kind of moving him to the side a little.
I just go, I want you to come with me for a second.
I'm gonna look back to him, and I'm gonna look him in the eyes, and I am going to continue to walk to my.
I'm gonna grab her and I'm gonna go. Listen,
Okay,
you had your no. You had your conversation.
I'm not done.
And it's not gonna be finished. Just come with me for a second.
Sivius, please, I'm not done. This needs to happen now.
And please, I don't know if your dad's in a mood, and maybe he should be more cooperative before you talk. It'll take a second. Just a second. It's just a second.
When I'm done.
I think you're going to want to see this.
And I think it has to wait, and I'm going to...
Bonili's going to just, like, step in between and grab both your wrists. And just
oh my God, what do you... Stop! I need to go
just
talk to him.
Freaking come for a second, dude.
Can you wait?
No.
I'm trying to separate the two of you.
What was that, Danica?
I'm trying to separate them. Because, like, Lascivious grabbed onto her. I'm trying to, like... I'm like, there's a fight. I need to stop it.
It's fine, Bonelia. I need a second. Lascivious.
I need a second.
Did you hear anything of what happened downstairs?
Who are you saying that to specifically?
Lascivious.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have heard anything.
I'm getting answers. I need to talk to him.
You'll have your
About
answers.
Cyrus. No, this needs to happen now because every time I want to talk to him, he never wants to talk and he's never there and he always leaves. And right now, he's right behind that door and I need to go talk to him.
What's stopping him from leaving again?
Well, nothing. I'm on the top of the stairs. He can't go anywhere.
Not if you go in that room. You go in that room, he'll just go out the door and walk down the stairs. Let him have time to figure his shit.
He doesn't deserve that.
But you deserve an actual
Answers.
conversation. An
Yeah.
actual conversation. And you're not going to get that if he's not going to be willing to give it to you right now.
And I'm not gonna get that if I don't keep at him.
Do you think he's just not going to be involved anymore now that his son is gone? I think you're probably going to see a lot more of him than you have in a long time because of this.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Just Sidious, please. He's right there. Just a minute. I just need a minute. Oh, I know you need to talk. I'll come find you. Just a second. And I'm gonna walk in the room feeling a little less certain of what I was there to do. And I'm gonna... I guess, what do I see as soon as I walk in?
You see Cyrus has kind of been... The room looks... Did you go into Cyrus? Fuck, I keep saying Cyrus. When you... Were you in Magnus's room at all during the initial confrontation? Don't need that data.
No, but the only time I saw it was through clairvoyance.
It was through clairvoyance, okay. So you see, like, you remember from clairvoyance, it was just a complete and utter mess. You see he's kind of tidied up a little bit of it. You see there's, like, a lot less papers on the ground. Some of it has been kind of tightly kind of tucked away into, like, a little corner for him to tackle later.
I think if I'm seeing what he's doing, and he's, like, obviously he's trying to look for something. Maybe he's trying to hide it from me, or maybe he's trying to just, like, get started on fixing everything up and stuff. But I think with the notes that I have, I think I'm just gonna kind of drop it on the floor, and maybe some pages kind of skitter about and kind of float to their destination. And I'm just gonna kind of be like, looking for these.
See, he had, like, a bunch of papers that he was looking through, and he just kind of stops. His shoulders lower, and he just kind of plops his papers down, just turns around and goes, probably. What are those ones about?
Look.
He very quickly kind of just saunters over. He just kind of looks down at the ground. So like he just takes another deep breath, another exhale. Yeah. You want a fucking congratulations? Good job, Nancy Drew. This is what I was referring to. I have an open line of communication. I can probably get him back easily.
Don't talk to him, please. God, don't bring him here again. You need...
Bring him here?
Yes. He was in your room.
He looks around. Yes, you told me. And I see that. I see his handiwork.
Did you let him in?
No, I didn't let him in.
So then what are you talking about? That he told you he was here.
No, he didn't tell me he was here. You told me he was here.
I'm so confused. Can you just show me what he took? If it's...
So he collects the papers kind of up together and kind of like places them down, and he kind of points through like little bit by bit, almost like a timeline a bit. Here is when we were first reached out to by Cyrus. Okay? The following day was when the transaction took place. I called it a transaction. I don't really know what the hell he did. This is when it took place. And this is what happened the following days, the weeks, about how prosperous we became. Everything became more successful. Everything was coming up well for us. And this right here says that I can reach out to him if we are ever in dire need, Mabel. This sounds like a dire need situation.
After everything I told you that he did what he was trying to do, you want to call him up? You want to invite him over?
Well, I don't want him to come here. I believe every single thing that you've told me. Every single word of it. I don't want him near my house. I don't want him near my kids. I don't want him near my city. But if this is the only way that I can get a simple, direct answer as to where William is, I think I need to use it.
He might try and kill you.
Well, maybe we're a family of wizards. If he comes for one of us, as he's already done, he's come for all of us. This won't stand.
Yeah, he already came for us, and you guys almost died right in front of me. You think I want that again?
He kind of like Magnus is a little bit taller than quite a little bit taller than you, right? He just kind of leans down a little bit and goes, Mabel, I've took this little bit of time just to think about what you said. And you're right. I have not been truthful to you. And it wasn't fair. And I want you to understand that we did what we did because we thought it was best, and apparently that wasn't what was best. I am sorry. This whole thing has brought new life, almost, into what I realize that I need to do. And that's repair what has gone wrong. And that's going to start by helping get William back. I'm sorry that I couldn't have realized this sooner or have been smarter. But there is no time like the present. Just promise me something. Just one thing. Mabel?
Yeah.
You can't get mad at your mother for this. This was me.
If it was you, why did you yell at Charles like that?
He just lowers his eyes a little bit. I don't think he's safe to have around you, Mabel. He's encouraging your whatever the hell's going on.
He's not encouraging anything. He's trying to help me control it to get some sense of how to cope with it.
He just takes another exhale. I've said what I've said. Whether he's helped you or not, Mabel, I just don't think he's safe to have around, and I'm sorry for that. But I assume he spoke to you before leaving, so you know what's been said.
He said that you were done with him. What is that? I mean, I can, yeah, I know.
He's his own man. He can go do whatever the heck he wants. But I don't want him to have any portion of affecting whatever you have going on further. He's helped you control it from what you've said a little bit. You're a skilled wizard, Mabel. I'm sure you can figure it out. And if you need help, we can find someone else.
I don't want someone else.
He just kind of straightens himself up. I'm sorry. But that's it, Mabel.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Were you waiting outside the room the entire time?
No, I went and stood outside the door to William's
The
room.
Williams room? Okay.
So I'm just kind of leaning against the wall right beside the door.
Bonelia, you see Mabel come out of the room. What kind of emotional state are you leaving the room there, Mabel? What does Bonelia see?
Probably still crying. Instead of like, probably just some weird mix between being really angry but not knowing what to do with it, so it just kind of presents as like exhaustion, and I think she's just scared. So all of that, do with that what you will.
Bonilla definitely eavesdropped on the whole conversation. And she sees you come out, and she's kind of wringing her hands a little bit, and then she reaches a hand out to put on your shoulder. But she's like waiting to see if it's okay.
Hi, Bonelia.
She pats you on the shoulder. And then she offers up a hug.
Yeah, I'll hug her. I'm kind of like not half like into it, but I'm just kind of like in the not nicest way, like getting it over with.
Rip.
And I guess I'll pull back and be like, yeah, I know you heard everything. He's pretty great, right? Yeah.
She points towards William's door.
I'll turn and I guess I see Lascivious.
I'm just looking out the window.
I'll kind of look back to Bonelia and be like, yeah, thanks. And I'm gonna slowly make my way over, and to get his attention, I'm gonna be like, I'm done.
Come in here for a sec. I'm gonna open the door and like let her go in first.
I'm gonna hesitate.
And then I'm gonna push her in.
Oh, you're gonna push me
I'm
in?
gonna like take her back. I'm just gonna go
Shove her in.
in there.
Okay.
And then
Son, what
and
does
then-
what
she
do I
see?
see?
real quick though, I'm gonna push her in and I shut the door behind her and I walk to Nostriel's.
Okay.
Yeah, she just see basically like all kinds of pillows or cushions that I could find are kind of like scattered along the floor, even the ones that are like ripped or damaged. And then above it is tarped like a few blankets and sheets and stuff like that that go across like the whole room. You can see like the top of her like gold telescope that is aimed out the window, but it's like there's a blanket draped over top of the thing itself, so you can just see like where it would look out. And then there's like a couple candles just lighting up. Sonnet's nowhere in sight. He's definitely like already in the fort. And so when the door shuts, he's just sitting there in the silence. And then just like after I don't know, like a couple seconds, he's like, Lascivious?
I think I'm just gonna start crying really hard.
Oh god.
Uh,
You're
not
gonna see
really.
Sonnet like awkwardly crawl out of this tent. like he's crawling out, but he's like trying to do it while not looking like an idiot, but he looks like an idiot. Yeah. I'll kind of like stand, and then just kind of like hold out a hand and be like, "Do you want to come in?"
How do you even answer that? Oh. I think I'm gonna take his hand and then I'm gonna I'll give it a small squeeze and I'm gonna kind of I think I'm gonna kind of bring my hands to his face for a moment. And I'm gonna hug him and I'm gonna cry a lot. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I think he'll just kind of sit there silently, letting her cry, I suppose. And then once he feels like the beat of like she's kind of ready to move past that, I'm gonna lead her into the tent or the fort, which is pretty dark. Like I think from inside the fort, it's pretty dark. When you look out, like at the sheets and stuff like that, the walls, you can see that it like kind of lit up from the candles themselves. But the inside is kind of dark. As we like continue in, she starts to feel probably like some like more paper stuff and whatnot, and then he'll kind of like bring her to the middle of the fort, and then I'm gonna cast dancing lights in the form of Silas, and so she's just gonna be like sitting there next to them, and then as it lights up, she's gonna see like any sort of like photos I could find of her and William as a kid, or any like anything I can find that has both of them just kind of like scattered along, some of them kind of like just along on the ground kind of thing. And then after a moment, I feel like Sonnet would just speak up saying like, "So I thought, I didn't really get the chance to properly meet your brother, and I thought maybe you could tell me more about him, all the memories that you guys have had, and what it was like growing up." And also, like point over to like the corner of the tent where you just see like the telescope sight. I set that up there because I thought maybe you could show me favorite stars or constellations, or I don't know. I thought we could hang out in here for tonight.
Did this for me?
Well, not entirely. I've always wanted to be in a pillow fort. I just, never had enough blankets or pillows as a kid.
Right, no, of course. No. He's not dead yet. I feel like I feel like I'm acting like he already is, but then I don't know how to stop.
You're grieving at the fact that he's not around. That's still normal. Doesn't mean he won't come back. It doesn't mean we won't find him. But you're allowed to sit in this pain. You're allowed to feel this. You don't have to feel it alone, though.
Yeah, we couldn't really do forts much. Our parents would make us take them down if they found them, but I'd ask, how'd you know? But I feel like that would be kind of a dumb question. I feel like you just kind of know.
Sometime.
Give yourself more credit.
No.
A little more credit is okay. Just like a little more. Like most things. Like you could argue most things. You just
Okay, I am kind of the best. I think.
kind of, yeah. Yeah. But don't let it go to your head.
Okay, with such a kind little get together of Sonnet and Mabel in the fort, we're just gonna go to a little break before we continue. So if anybody wants to stretch their legs, go get a drink, use the bathroom, whatever they kind of feel, please do so now. Before we pop back into her, just get a little moment to,
Shake it off.
I'm gonna order.
Nice.
I'm gonna order food later.
Nice.
Yeah. Get me.
So
Oh, this
far,
guy's-
so good, though, everybody. So far, so good.
Yeah.
We're all doing okay, vibe-wise.
It got
Yes.
extremely depressing, but it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Low-key-
good.
low-key
for
uncomfortable.
What's the
Natalie's acting coming out full fucking swing.
Yeah.
what's that there's a meme that relates to this so funnily. It's like whenever something traumatic happens to like somebody, like it's good for the plot. It's good for the plot.
Character development.
It
yeah.
is good for the plot.
I sent something for you, Nat, to cheer you up.
What the fuck? No, that's awful.
I'm gonna go rip a piss. 1 sec. Okay.
I can just imagine that you you're just bypassing. Like I came to you, drop your stuff. You just beeline past 3 other people. It's like, nope, shut the fuck up. Fuck you. I'm talking to him.
Oh, that's great.
I was literally in my head, like I know, like lascivious, but it's just like lascivious. Just fucking leave her.
Oh, and then your
I feel like-
your first message to me. I saw that you said something, but then in a just kind of.
Well, that's what I meant. It's like, oh right, yeah.
You found a way.
I found a way. Yeah, I was just like, oh god, it's just like I wanted to find a way to do it, but then it's like, oh, that makes
Ugh.
sense. But it revealed even more because when he started talking about it, I was like, do I pass it? It's like, no, it still has important information. I'm gonna pass it on. It's like, and also Michaelis doesn't know that he already told you a bit about it, so this just gave you more information to fucking like, hey bitch, look at this shit, bitch.
I didn't even question how you had them. I was just like, yeah, thanks. And
I am resourceful.
That's good. We're gonna, if it's all right with you guys, just because it is a bit of a heavy fucking thing, we'll probably go a little past that. Like, obviously, we're still gonna let stuff happen, but
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
try
we
to-
can definitely
we're
go
gonna try
to...
to schmooze on a little.
Yeah.
Good shit though. That's some damn good role play right there.
Damn
Role
good
play,
time.
right, guys? Right?
Yeah.
It's all good.
All good in the hood.
For a second there, I thought Natalie was actually going to cry. And I'm like, oh no! Oh.
Yeah, once or twice I was close to it.
I fucking love it. There was a bit in the beginning of your talk with Magnus, just right before everybody split off, that I said something and Michael lost his shit over it. like he unraveled the thread and was like,
I just have a sneaking suspicion about something.
whatever it was fucking mind breaking. Because
I don't
man,
know if I
you...
should say it. Should I say it? Like, is it a big
Why
deal if
not?
I say it?
That's just
for
a
it.
theory.
I'm kind of getting the vibe that Lolth was originally intending for Mabel to be what LaFay was.
Question is, why hasn't she done anything about that?
Exactly, that's the question. But that's what I was getting the vibe of. Because, well, I don't know. Maybe...
LeFay doesn't have the sense.
Exactly. Well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe Lolth wanted somebody with the sense so that she had control over who could put her in the banishment realm or not.
Good idea. Good theory.
So I heard that. I just saw that. I'm like, oh fuck. But
Interesting.
I was really tempted to go talk to Morbius or whatever the fuck his name is. Magnus.
Oh no!
I was ready to go. Hey, it's
Was that on
Morbin
purpose?
time.
Please.
For a second I couldn't think of his name, so I just said Morbius because I thought it'd be funny. But Magnus, I was tempted to go talk to Magnus, but
He's just doing a bunch of like
yeah, but there was no reason for Lascivious to go talk to Magnus, so.
You definitely sowed emotion. To Magnus, it's like
It is
the
a
movie
D&D
reviews.
campaign.
It's definitely a movie that a director directed, but now it's like you definitely talked to her like a person.
You said some words.
You acknowledged her existence.
Words were said, yes.
This is a part of a D&D campaign that Walker created.
Mm. Yes.
The characters are all player characters or non-player characters.
Also, Walker, I plan to do something on the way to Nostriel, so don't just jump me there. Just
Yeah, for sure. I actually have a really good spot that we're gonna kind of go to when we come back. So
cool.
Because I would like to perhaps tie something into it if possible, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna force anything.
Yeah, and it'll be after I've left the house, obviously, which is pretty instant for the most part.
You know, I like doing the breaks in between some stuff. I like it. We might keep doing that.
It's probably good to have a little...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright, are we all... I see Danica. Are we all good to go back
set.
into her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. So with Mabel and Sonnet kind of sharing some memories in their little fort in William's room. Lascivious, you left the room and you were making your way towards Nostril. As you're making your way out of the house, you see Bonelia kind of just standing about as Mabel and Sonnet do their little shtick. When you walk through the house, like I mentioned, you see Bonelia.
I go, hey, Banjo.
Hi.
Actually, you know, I kind of realized I didn't really thank you for saving my life. So, thanks for that. I'm sorry I was a little aggressive earlier. That was, I don't know what that was.
You've been kind of a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what got into me, but won't happen again. How you doing?
I want to go to Lunarium.
Out of game. Do I know what Lunarium is?
Yeah, you know what Lunarium is. It's been mentioned on the boat. You would have kind of been around to like generally know. You know that Lunarium is a very mystic town. It's very highly religious in sorts of like lots of people pray to all the different type of gods. You can kind of get an idea that she wants to go and potentially see a holy ground.
Right. You want to go and like, is that where like what was the name again?
LaRue.
Is that where LaRue kind of like has domain or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game, you know, whatever you need. I don't know if there's any real urgent, I mean, other than like Lolth related stuff, but I don't know if there's I mean, I'm sure we can take a pit stop. I don't know. Is it on the way to Zavoyam? I'm talking too much. Anyways, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do. You hold just as much weight as anybody else in the group. So, what's important to you is important to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you going to see Azria?
Mm-hmm.
Tell her I say hi.
Will do. And then I'm gonna just like pat her on the shoulder and like leave.
On your way down, you also see Michaelis.
I'm just gonna walk by and be like, hey, and then I'm just gonna keep walking.
I'm going to stop him.
Yeah?
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder, say,
Yeah?
"We need to talk.
What do we need to talk about?
Something important, and it can't be here."
Why not?
I don't want to be overheard.
What, by like...
Yes, bye. And I just simply point out.
Alright,
Let's go to a
outside.
tavern.
Oh, a tavern, okay.
God.
Yes.
Well, can I meet you at a tavern? I kind of had something I needed to do real quick.
I was gonna say I was gonna look at my watch. There's no-
Look at his sundial.
You, judging by like outside time,
20
Michaelis,
minutes.
You do know like with the time frame that it is, taverns are going to be open for another like 4 hours, so you've got plenty of time.
All right. So how long are you gonna be?
I mean, I'm just gonna go see Azria, make sure she's okay. I probably will bring her back, depending on. I think she's ready to get out of. She's ready to get out of the hospital, so I should probably bring her back here. So,
That'd be a good move. Yes.
yeah. So, I'm just gonna get that done real quick, and then I'll meet you. Where should I meet you? What? I don't really know where taverns are.
Both of you roll history checks. See if you remember from your little time around the city doing shopping. See if you remember a bar.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 6. I don't know.
17.
17. Okay, so you don't really remember any bars, Lascivious.
Yeah, of course.
But Michaelis, you remember that there is a tavern called the Sweet and Sour.
He would know. I'm sorry.
So thanks. So I'm gonna say like, well, when we're getting that little bit of tour of the place, I noticed this place called the Sweet and Sour. It's in what
Right.
district, Walker?
It would be in the shopping district.
So be in the shopping district. It's a big enough sign. I think you'll be able to see it.
I'm gonna start heading out, and then I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Are you sure we should be going to a tavern?
Yes, it's in a public space.
Are you
and
gonna be
nobody-
okay? Like,
I'll be fine.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I'm assuming you've been off for a while.
Yes.
Cool.
Also, one last thing. Have you collected anything that has a lot of silver in it?
I don't think so. What do you mean?
Well, just wondering how much silver there is. That's all.
Okay. No, I didn't. Oh, I forgot to. I mean, whatever. But Bane's sword is in the ground at the where we fought him. Figured you might. I mean, I don't like. We'll maybe get it in the morning or whatever. But I figured you probably will want it. If it's still there, I don't know. I took it off of him. Maybe it was magically attuned and it just turned to dust. But yeah.
Well, funnily enough, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. But yeah, we can definitely try to get. How did it get there?
Well, I put it there.
I fucking wonder.
Okay. Well, considering you got, and I point at his head, the head. Considering you still have that,
Uh-huh.
I took some of his blood, and I have Bane's heart. Would
I
it be
mean,
that far of a possibility that his sword should still be there? I don't think it would have been that affected. It's an item.
yeah,
Not,
I just
not
don't know.
flesh.
I just don't know if there was any like magical kind of thing about it. But either way, like we'll go check it out. Like I know where it is, and like if I can't get it out myself, like we could probably get the people to dig it out because like they kind of owe us for killing a god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this place is rich enough to renovate a floor.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a problem. So, but I'll see you in a little bit. Okay.
I'll wait at the tavern for you.
Wait, was that the important conversation?
No,
Oh,
that was
okay.
just one of many things to talk about.
Cool. I just wasn't.
I
just-
don't think the others would care about if I got a really big sword from Bane.
I don't
think any
know.
of
It's a
them.
god sword. It's pretty insane. So.
I mean, I'm hoping this thing is going to be useful for us, but at the same time,
I mean, it's a big ass sword. I think it's gonna be useful.
yeah. But I think I'm pretty much the only one who can really wield it.
Yeah.
No offense to
Anyways,
Sibius.
bye. I'll see you there. I have to go.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so you leave. You
Mhm.
leave the Mabel Magnolia. You leave the
Yes.
Magnolia residence. When you make your way there, you mentioned you were looking to
I wanted to
essentially
do
do a stop or
something.
something.
No, I didn't want to stop. This is on the way. I take the head, and I kind of just go. You awake? As I'm walking.
You hear like a very, very faint snoring in the back of your head.
Wake up.
It's still there.
I smack the head.
You
Okay.
You just fucking hit me?
Well, I just give you a little smack, just to wake you up.
Oh, you're fucking lucky I don't have arms.
Well, I'm sure I am. Hey, so if you're gonna be strapped to my belt for like however long, we should probably like, kind of come to some sort of agreement.
Oh, like what?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna kill Lolth, and I'm assuming you don't like her, right?
Ah, she's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I know.
But then every single guy in this fucking nation is a bitch. Shouldn't have come here.
Right. I just wanted to, I don't know. You hate me? Sure, I killed you, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
but-
I fucking hate you.
but I
you
mean,
carry
hey-
my head on your belt.
Yeah, I know, but it's pretty badass, first of all. And second of all, you tried to kill us, so I mean...
Yeah, I'm the fucking god of war and conquest. What do you want from me?
Right, and I'm Lucivius Vaxus, God's Lair. Anyways.
All right, fuck, show off.
Listen, the God's Blood stuff... did I notice the snake?
Roll a history check.
Nat 20.
Yeah, you recall that snake, and
Okay.
you recall like the potential imagery that snake represents.
Yeah.
Like you know that it's representative of Zahir.
Okay. There's the God's Blood, Zahir turned you mortal.
Yeah, fuck that fucking guy. I saw that snake. If I had arms, I'd fucking crush him.
Yeah. And, I just wanted to know if you... Listen, you don't like Lolth. I'm gonna rip her
Yeah.
fucking head off.
Dope. You gonna add her to your belt too?
Absolutely. Well, we'll see. I might destroy it. Like, I really don't like her.
Listen, I'm just saying there's not a lot of room on this belt. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking you're a scrawny bitch.
I'm not scrawny.
I mean, look at you. You need to fucking eat.
Okay, anyways. Do you know of other ways to kill gods? Being a god?
Well, you did pretty fucking good, did you not?
Yeah, but we had to have a god help us.
He missed every shot he took.
No, I'm talking about Zahir.
Oh.
That's the only reason you died by my hand. I'm assuming.
I mean, are you sure about that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like you got some self-searching to do. You know, maybe I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
Right.
the stupid snake definitely did something.
No, but like, so do you know other, like, do you know if there are things like other than these things that are attainable? Like, because we can't always rely on Zahir, and I'm sure there's a good chance we run out of our supply of god blood. I don't even know if your blood's gonna work, you know?
Of course my blood's gonna work. I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
But you were turned mortal before you died, therefore.
All
that would
right,
be
don't need to
mortal
fucking
blood.
rub it in. Don't need to rub it in.
But does that mean that's mortal blood now?
I don't know. I've never killed a god before.
Oh wow. Something I did you didn't. Well.
Well, I mean, Kapir got away, alright? I beat the shit out of him, but I didn't kill him.
True. Also, have you ever heard of Tekuin?
You see, like, the face, like, the face is a dead face, right? So it doesn't show any emotion. But you hear this little, like, almost like a click in the back of your head. Tekuin. Tekuin. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Okay. I'll let you go back to sleep.
And then, like, almost like in an instant, you just hear more snoring in the back of your head.
You're like, does he have to snore in my head? Fucking Jesus. I put the head, because I'm
Yeah, you get
assuming
the
I have a
sense
satchel rather than a
Yeah.
bag, so I'm gonna put it in my hood and just have it like hang there in the hood. But like I've
Got a
like
lumpy
stuffed it
hood.
so that like you can't like really.
Okay,
see it.
yeah, for sure. Because if you did carry this thing, it would scare like the general.
Exactly. And then I'm gonna head to Nostrial.
Okay. Not long, like maybe about a 10-minute walk, you get to Nostrial Medical.
Right.
You see, like a lot of the patient lights for where a lot of the units would be is completely off. When you walk inside, you see Nostrial has like a little clipboard, and you see he's very focused on what that clipboard has. Like, you see there's a couple little check marks, there's a few X's, but you see like a lot of different like notes for specific things. Well, that hard to make out. It's a lot of medical jargon, but you see he's rather focused in it.
I go,
Is he kind of like, oh, you don't have the fucking head. Oh my god.
No, I have the head.
Yeah.
I pull it out.
Put it away.
I put it back.
Put it
I
away.
back in the hood.
Okay. What do you need?
Where is she?
I assume. Come with me. And
Okay.
he takes you down like a little medical wing.
Mhm.
The hospital is very nicely well kept, but as you're kind of making your way through and further into the hospital, it's getting a little bit grungier. Like, you see, there's some areas that have like some people that were heavily wounded in fights between Zwar guards and Bane's army. You get down to you turn right at the end of a hallway, and you see this area is sectioned off with like caution tape, like authorized personnel only, things like that. He kind of lifts up the little targos. Come in. We're gonna have a little bit of a hard conversation here.
Hard conversation.
He gets to like a door. Goes, she's in there. I don't want you to freak out. Okay? She's alive. She's well. She's healing. She's recuperating very, really good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some sacrifices had to be made. I just want that to be known. Alright? She's alive and well. Alright?
Just tell me what it is.
You should come see her. And
I walk in, yeah.
he opens up the door. You see Asri is there. She has one leg is strapped up, like on what would be like a broken leg kind of thing, where it's just elevated. You see she's just kind of laying there playing with like a little fidgety toy. And she just looks at you and see her face just lights up. She goes, "Oh, thank God! I was hoping somebody would fucking come visit me. Jesus."
Yeah. Hey, how are you? I go and like kind of like grab her hand, like, and I like sit down or whatever on the bed. And I'm like, are you okay?
He, I'm doing okay as I can be given the situation. Did he tell you?
He
As
said
she kind of looks up to him and he just shakes his head.
like what sacrifice had to be made.
I'm not gonna be able to walk for a little bit, Sevius.
Yeah, I kind of got that. Like, is it
Like
a little while?
for you see, she kind of like she has a little bit of shame as she kind of like she goes and she lifts the blanket. One of her legs is gone.
Oh,
The entirety of
damn.
it.
I just kind of look at him like,
He said that it had something to do with the infection. That if it didn't get taken out, there was potential that the infection could have spread.
yeah.
I mean, there's options. There's people are talking about magically implanting stuff and kind of
Hmm.
stitch it together, but I don't want someone else's leg attached to me, Lascivious.
Right. No, yeah. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't fucking like it.
I mean, I feel like nobody would. Jeez.
I mean, this really puts like a damper in my fucking track and field record,
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could do something about it.
You can't. And she just kind of gives like a small little wink. Because Nostro, do you mind giving us privacy? He's just, yeah, no problem. And he just kind of walks away. But before he does go, he just kind of taps you on the shoulder. You said you were the Magnolia residence, right?
I'm currently in there, yeah.
So everything, we went through the paperwork. Everything's fine. Everything's all good. Price-wise, everything's been paid for. She's all good.
Okay.
If you don't mind, you're friends with the skeleton lady, right?
Yes.
If you get the chance to speak with her for me, just tell her that I've reached out to Eldenor and we're currently working together on a solution. He got back to me today.
Okay. She's Bonelia, by the way.
Thank you, Frank. Sorry, it's just been busy. I'll leave you two alone.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and leaves. She goes, I have been told, and this is going to be a little bit of a long shot,
Okay.
that there is someone out there. I mean, you can get prosthetic limbs and mechanical limbs, and that's fine. But I've heard about someone in Zaboya. They're in the town called Gilda. Apparently, this guy is really good at imbuing magic into almost not like a prosthetic, but like a little bit of mechanical piece in order to kind of give it like a that human feel. I mean, I should say tiefling because horns and all, but
What's a prosthetic?
Nostrio mentioned essentially, they can get me a leg.
What? Oh, like another human leg?
Not a human leg, you dork. And she kind of like taps you on the forehead.
Okay.
No, there's a blacksmith in Gilda in Zaboyum who apparently a lot of people in Zawar tend to reach out to. The reason he's off in Zaboyum is because the materials to make these pieces of machinery are in that region. So if you can go out there and find who he is, I can be back up and running and helping you guys almost immediately.
Helping us.
Yeah, I mean, I want to help you. I'm not just gonna lay here and act like Loth didn't just take my leg. She just kind of gives you like a little finger wipe and goes, and I know what you're thinking. No.
What if you lose more than just a leg?
He just kind of like pinches your cheek and drags you like really close to her. Just, I guess you're just gonna have to stop that from happening, aren't you, sweetheart?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I did kill the god, so I can practically do anything now.
Is that what that head is?
Maybe.
She just kind of, she gives you like a kiss on the forehead and just kind of
Ooh.
grabs your face with both of her hands.
Hell yeah.
Kind of pushes you away a little bit, like just kind of like some breathing room between the two of you. Just goes, "You get this leg from me. I'll show you something better than kissing."
What? Wait, that's what it's called? Wait, what it?
Did you not know?
What?
This entire time, the boat, you visiting me. He mentioned that you kissed me before you ran off somewhere. You didn't know what that was called.
Touching lips, right?
Oh no. Just go. Just go. Please.
Well, I'm taking you back
Virgin.
now. I'm taking you back now.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
take
things are
where?
kind of resolved up to Maple's parents' house, or I guess it's her house too.
Oh.
It's kind of
Well,
in
I hope
shambles
so.
right now, cause
I mean-
well, your dad kind of caused some issues.
She just kind of, her eyebrows raised. He was here.
Yeah, he definitely, I don't know if he orchestrated it, but he was involved with Bane attacking and then he went and raided their house, and I don't
She
know.
just she thinks for a moment. Goes, you have to promise me something.
Mhm.
Okay. I know that you guys are trying to do this big whole mighty crusade to stop Lolth and everything,
Mhm.
but I need to talk to him one more time before you kill him. Because I have a feeling you want to kill him. Or at least maybe Mabel does, because it was her house that got trashed.
Yeah, I don't know if she'd appreciate if I took that from her. That might be something you want to talk to her about.
Maybe I can bring it up with her tomorrow.
I did talk to him though.
Just, you talked to my dad?
Um,
Did you make a good impression?
no. I tried to stab
She-
him and I missed.
She just gives like a small little chuckle and pats you on the head. It's like, it's okay. You'll get him next.
But
sure.
he knows that you and me are.
He knows.
Yeah. He said something about dating. I don't know. You know,
Oh, you don't know what that is either, do you?
Yeah, I know what that is.
We're gonna have to have a whole talk. It's gonna be so awkward. You know what? I bet you that Mabel would love this conversation.
Why would she love this conversation?
Oh, just ask her what's better than kissing. I'm sure she knows. I'm sure she knows.
Oh, 'cause her and Sonnet touched lips.
She yeah.
Wait, how long did you know?
Just- Well, I mean, do you not know the tension between those two? I mean, the boat was plainly obvious.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I didn't see them do it, so they might not have done it. But like,
I was told that they did it.
I don't know if you should believe that right away. Maybe there's a little fib in there. I don't know. Maybe that's the conversation you need to have with her. But
I
definitely
guess.
tell her that I said
Mhm.
that you should ask her, because I think she'll love that.
Oh, okay. Weird. What? Ask what again? I'm sorry.
What's better than kissing?
Oh. Why? Yeah. That's, I don't know. I don't know what could be better.
She'll give you the rundown, and then when you help me, I'll show you. It'll be great. We'll make a whole day out of it. I promise.
Okay. I just go like, all right, well, let's get you in the wheelchair, I guess. And then I get a wheelchair and I put her in it, and then I'll start wheeling her back, and then on the way I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna like kind of drop you off. Michaelis wants to talk to me about something, so.
Yeah, of course. I assume somebody will help me get inside. I'm not too good with stairs right now.
Oh, I'll get you inside. It's just I don't know if you'll be able to go upstairs. You know. So
I'll sleep on the bottom floor. I don't mind.
right. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Anyways, and then
So you take her. Azria home. And Mabel, when you would you have taken a break from like being in the fort with Sonnet at all, or would you have been in there the entire time?
The entire time.
they cuddling.
Okay, never mind. Bodelia, kind of as where are you in the house when Azria and Lascivious come back?
She's standing right outside LaFay's door. She
Right
hasn't
outside
moved.
LaFay's door?
Yeah. she hasn't
Okay. Do you do anything in the meantime while everybody's kind of off doing their little shtick?
moved. Hmm. Actually, yeah. No, sorry. If the piano's still intact, she went downstairs since she started playing piano.
Okay. Lascivious, when you bring Azria, by the way, when you went downstairs, her mother was not there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm there.
Yeah, so you proceed to go and help Azri kind of up the stairs. You see Bonilia in
Right.
the living room playing the piano. Where do you drop Azri off?
I just kind of go like to the living room sort of, and I go, hey Bonelia, sorry to interrupt you. Could you just like keep Azria company, kind of, I gotta go do something. By the way, Nostriel told me that, what was his name again?
Eldenor.
Nostriel told me that Eldenor has gotten back to Nostriel about stuff. I'm assuming you probably know what it's about. So maybe in the morning or sometime you'll probably want to stop by there and check it out, or now. I don't know. You do whatever you want. Yeah. Do you mind keeping Azria company? Cool. Appreciate you. And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna kiss Azria on the lips, and then I'm gonna walk out.
So Bedelia, you are with Azria. You see Azria only has one leg. Part of her outfit has been kind of like stitched to kind of cover up what would be a scar, but you can see obviously she only has one leg.
Yeah. I go over to her and I point at her leg or her missing leg.
Okay. Do you just point at her missing leg?
Where'd it go?
Yeah, she kind of gets you to lean in. She goes like right to where your ear be like, it's really weird whispering to a skeleton. I don't really know what to whisper, but Lascivious ate it.
There's no way she believes that. What the fuck?
She just kind of back and then wheels her over to the couch.
No
Like-
way.
Mortified.
She's like, he killed a god and ate her leg.
Michaela, so you arrive at the Sweet and Sour. It's a very upbeat kind of area. People are dressed in, pretty nice attire to it. You're showing up in, what is war-torn clothing. You look very out of place at this bar. Music is playing. It's a very nice, soothing kind of jazz place. It's a very fancy kind of tavern. A little bit passes by, and eventually, Lascivious, you kind of make your way to the shopping district, and you see the Sweet and Sour. I assume you make your way inside.
Yeah, I walk in and I kind of just look around and see if I can see Michaelis.
Michaelis, does he, when he spots you, what are you currently doing?
I'm gonna wave him over to a small corner table that's farther away from the majority of the crowds.
I walk over and I sit down. And real quickly, just because of, you know, he says he doesn't want anybody here, I speak in thieves' cant real quick. I'm going, do you understand me?
Why?
I think you should still have thieves' cant. It should be from your rogue days. I think I let you keep it. If it's not on there, I'm gonna say yes, you kept it.
Okay, because it would have been under languages, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
'Cause
it
I
would've
don't have it, but I'll put it as these can.
Yeah, you can add it. Anyways, I speak in thieves' cant, so it's a little. It takes. What was it? 5 times longer to actually have a conversation, but no one else that knows, other than people that know thief cant, understands.
All right. But before we start our conversation, a barmaid brings 2 pints over to the table.
Oh, does she now? I didn't know you were the DM. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah, she brings 2 pints.
I didn't want to say, like, I preface this by saying that I paid for it before and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Anyways, she brings 2 pints, and I push 1 pint towards him, and I grab mine and I raise the glass
Just kind of ding it.
to the God Killer.
Oh. I mean, thanks. I take a sip. I don't know if I've ever had alcohol before. So I'm just kind of like...
I mean, you
Wow.
had alcohol when you were in the tavern at Airmeyer, did you not?
No? Oh, yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay, I did. Never mind. So
So you know what alcohol is?
Yeah, I took a drink. It's not that I don't know what alcohol is. I just don't know if I drank it. So, yeah, I take a drink. And then I'm like, well...
I take a little bit longer with drinking 3/4 of the pint before I put it back down.
Are you-
Just giving a satisfying.
Yeah? You good?
It's been a while. I think that was a much-deserved reward for what we went through.
Yeah, we all died a couple times, huh? Or close, at least, you know.
Not twice.
Yeah, that was
For all my campaigning that I ever done, that's only been the 2nd instance that I ever gotten that close to death.
hmm.
It took a god to get that done.
Yeah, we're kind of all badass.
Well, if you feel that way, yes. That is certainly a good feeling to have. I mean, we did take down 1 god. Hopefully we can get the next one down. You see, Michaela's is kind of fidgeting a bit, just like looking around.
You being followed or something?
No. I just don't know how to really say this without it being kind of outlandish.
Just say it.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this. With Sonnet,
Mm-hmm.
his current predicament, like, you know, we dealt with that Tekuen thing.
Yeah.
We thought that had subsided. Now he has lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Right after you killed Bane and you did your you drank his blood. Sonnet tried to kill you. He's going to stab you right through the back, and I had to knock him out before he did that.
Yikes.
Now, I know we dealt with that whole Hangerstown thing with his given contract. He seemed like he's decided that for a bit, but now I'm having concerns that he might be a lot more troubled than what we originally thought. So I have a proposition. I don't know what you think of it, but I didn't want to talk to the others about it, and especially considering Well, definitely Sonnet would probably have words, more than words to say about it.
All right, so then out with it.
If the opportunity comes that Sonnet is too far gone, I want your help to try and kill him. Because if he's having trouble controlling Tequin, now he's dealing with this lycanthropy stuff. They're both making him completely unhinged when it comes to battle or when something enrages him. And I don't see a viable way of trying to control that, considering that Tequin seems to be leading him on.
Not seems to be.
He is.
Yeah.
I just never want to answer in absolutes. So.
I think that's always been the expectation, you know? If he's too far gone, he's too far gone. And if there's literally nothing else we can do, then we have to at least try and defend ourselves. In regards to the idea that the lycanthropy on top of Tequin is pushing him even further, I disagree.
I think that's always been a selling point with them, like regardless of lycanthropy or not.
I actually think the lycanthropy is a good thing for him. When we were fighting Bane, and he had transformed twice, in both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I got a glimpse of Tequin, and he didn't look too pleased with the fact that he was a wolf transformed, or not a wolf, sorry,
A werewolf.
Tiger. He didn't.
Oh shit.
He didn't seem too enthusiastic about that, and
So
part
you
of
tell
me,
him.
I can't. It's not a guarantee, but I have a sneaking suspicion that when he transforms, or I don't know, something about the lycanthropy stops Tequin from being able to. I don't know. It's got to be stopping him from doing something.
It's overriding him.
Yeah, something like that. And I've been meaning to talk to Mabel about it because I know how she's been feeling about Tequin, and I feel like she's going to make a stupid decision. I don't know.
Is Mabel protective of Sonnet?
What do you think?
I'm not sure if you're aware about this, Lascivious, but I really have really shitty read on people. I'm a good tactician. I'm a horrible people person. So forgive
Fair
me.
enough. Yeah,
But that would raise the question then of what Mabel with. I mean, I certainly don't want to go.
I can't guarantee what Mabel's gonna do. I just feel like she might do something stupid when if something comes, and it's not anything against her. It's just I did something stupid when it came to somebody important to me, and it's ruined my life. I don't want her to ruin hers. I don't want her to ruin ours, and I don't want him to ruin ours or his.
Well, this is why I wanted to come to you about this, because you've gone through something similar, and
But
go on.
Why not me?
If we were
Are you
lucky.
gonna kill me? Like, why have you talked to other people about me?
No. This is the first time I talked about anything about anyone else within this group.
No, I just mean like in regards to this in case situation. What about me? What about my in case? What if I lose it again? Are you gonna talk to the group behind my back? Like,
no.
Listen, I get where you're going with this, but we're a group now, and what I've learned is that the only way our group can even function is with trust, and communication, you know, and I think if you're gonna talk about something like this, I think you have to include the person you're talking about, especially when they're integral, you know? We're not the group if Sana isn't here. And, you know, but I get it, you know, I'm not trying to attack you or anything.
That's not an attack. I would know if I was being attacked. I just think for the most part,
just believe that that's not what's gonna need to be done.
I
You
would like to
expect it, that's what's gonna happen. You know? I feel like there's
it's not so much that I expected, it has happened before. Civius, it's happened before. I had the unfortunate discussion I have to go through that. I'm starting to see the same pattern arise from it.
Well, then you better have a talk with the group about me then. Because I'm just as susceptible.
Bonilia, when you wheeled Azria away, what room did you take her to?
I just took her to the living room.
Just to the living room? Okay.
Yeah.
Michaelis and Lascivia, please roll a perception check.
Perception.
Yes, perception.
Oh, that's a 6. I'm fucking dumb.
16.
16. Lascivious, you don't notice it.
Yeah.
Michaelis, you see somebody's coming up to your table.
I'm like downing the drink, so I don't see.
Okay. Michaelis, just before it's a little too late to like react to it.
Right.
Lefay plops down next to Lascivious. Hey!
I just kind of go,
What are you doing here?
Uh-oh.
Bonilli stopped braiding my hair, so I thought I'd go for a little bit of a walk, and I saw you two in the window. Don't worry, I'm not leaving. It looked like you were having a very serious conversation, and I got a little curious.
Well, this is not pertinent to you, I don't think. Also, you were supposed to stay in your room.
But I heard the drama about the parents and all that, and that's so awkward. I couldn't be there. I've already got my own mommy issues. It sounds like she's got like a whole dad and mom thing. I really didn't want to be there.
Okay.
Listen, I'll go if you guys need, but I'm gonna keep, perusing the town. I'm not leaving. Promise you, I'm not leaving. I just, thought I'd see what the little hush-hush was about. I know a little bit of Thieves' Cant. I was taught it by Cheshire a little bit when I was younger. I don't fully understand, but I definitely heard some things about something about killing. So who are we talking about?
Well, pray that it's not about you.
Oh, it's not? Well, that's a surprise.
Look, Lefay, you can have your walks. Like, at this point,
listen,
you
I'm
can,
not
you
here
can
to
see
stay...
you can see Michaelis is just like conflicted, just like.
I'm just kind of looking at the wall.
Listen, I'm not here for very long. I'm going to continue on my way, but considering I saw you here and you're talking, I had to come say hi. I have a question for the both of you.
I look back.
All right.
Where are you guys heading next? What's the next stop on your plan? I want to see if I can help out a little bit.
I'm gonna look at Lascivious and just give the eye of, let's say, I'm gonna tell her. Just like, well, if you're gonna be sticking with us, we are planning to go to Ziboim.
Ah, okay. Any pit stops along the way?
2.
But we
I
need
was
to
thinking
to go to what's it called again?
Lunarium.
Lunarium, and
What's Lunarium?
someplace for what's the name of it again?
LaRue.
It's where LaRue hails or something, and she feels like she needs to go there. And
Well,
Kinda
apparently it's 2 pit stops then.
yeah,
She like reaches her arm and wraps it around you, so it's just like kind of tucking you in a little bit, just going, okay, so if that's the case, I thought I should give you a little bit of a warning.
mm-hmm.
So Cyrus is still in the dark about me not leaving.
Okay.
I got some info that you might find a little juicy.
Okay, tell us.
Yeah.
Cultist activity at the mine has halted. Currently, they're backing down. My assumption is because Bane's died, they don't want to head first into it without another god at their side. So I think they're reevaluating their stance, as far as I'm aware. Another little pinpoint is I've heard rumors from my travels in between Zoar and Zaboyim for the past couple of days, leading up to here, that there's supposedly some new bandit thing, some bandit gang that's coming out of Zaboyim. They're kind of cutting off traffic between some of the regions. So if you're looking to cross the border, it might not be as easy as you think.
Do you know of any alternative shortcuts? Routes?
I mean, I'm not from here, so I don't. But I know that Lunarium is the border city, so
I'm just kind of pushing her arm off of me as she's talking.
as you like push her arm off, she just wraps it right back around. And goes, listen, we're friends now. We're part of the group. You gotta talk about group dynamics. We're all here together, right?
Lefay, you may have given yourself up, but right now we're just tolerating.
I just kind of put my knife into her stomach. Like, I don't stab her, I just hold it there.
She just very gently takes her arm off. She goes, okay, I understand.
And I put it back.
I just thought I'd share. Because that's what we do as a family, right? We're a family.
Please don't say that.
I'm
Please.
gonna continue on my walk. Did you guys want me to come with you, or did you want me to stay and report any new info that I get? Because I'm willing to do either or. I'm not a big tourist per se, but I mean, I'll come if you want me to.
We'll talk to the
Well,
group. Yeah.
I will say this. You can have your walk for the night and such. Be back at the house by morning.
By morning, will do. And she just kind of scoots out of the table. You see, she kind of jingles around in like one of the pockets. You see that little handcuff thing that you put on her also, Lascivious? It's gone. She got out of it.
Hey, where's my handcuffs?
Probably in a gutter somewhere. I kind of just chucked them as soon as I got them off.
I'm gonna take them out.
She just kind of she reaches in her pocket and you see she pulls out like a little lump of gold. She goes, "Here, tip the waitress. The Magnolia family says their regards." And then she just kind of leaves.
I just kind of take it and put it in my own pocket. What is it?
So you're gonna add 10 gold pieces to your inventory. It's just a small amount to pay for the drinks. Tip a waitress, type of thing. And you see she kind of like goes off and she's skipping as she goes. Her hair kind of like flows in the wind. She looks as chipper as could fucking be.
I'm just staring at her and I just say to the series like she's definitely planning to kill us.
She creeps me out. I don't.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah. Try not to think too hard about it right now.
Well, I'm not. I rather not plan on doing that. That's definitely not the finalized plan. I'm just saying that if certain steps are taking place, that might be a final alternative of what we have to do.
We'll deal with it when it happens.
All right.
With that, I'm gonna say that conversation kind of comes to a close. the two of you, are you staying at the bar later, continue your conversation, or are you kind of leaving after you're done?
I if it's okay to say this,
Yeah, go for it.
we stay for 3 more pints.
I
Would
don't.
Lascivious stay?
I actually want to quickly do something.
So Mackenzie, I assume, are you staying? Lascivious is gonna head off. Are you staying at the Sweet and Sour, or are you heading back to the Magnolia residence? What are you doing?
I'm gonna get one more pint and then I leave later
Okay,
to
sounds
myself.
good. So you get another pint. The waitress, take a couple gold pieces off for paying for the drinks.
Give me a sec. How many?
2 gold pieces. You take your drink. Eventually, you finish and you head back to the Magnolia residence for the night. Lascivious, you're walking back.
No,
what
I'm
were
going
you-
to the prison.
You're going to the prison. Okay.
You said 2 gold pieces?
Yeah, 2 gold pieces. So you go there. Some of the prison ones, they recognize you from the first time that you came back.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of open the gate for you, knowing that you're probably here for the same person.
Yeah.
You see Brug sitting in a chair. He's just kind of filing one of his claws with the knife that he carries.
Mm-hmm.
And you see he just looks up. He goes, Brug.
Hey, Brug. How's the cultist?
He just kind of points over, and you see the cultist is fast asleep. Snooze.
Could you open the gate for me?
Yell.
No.
Talk.
No. Just open the gate.
He just kind of grunts and begrudgingly kind of opens the gate up, allowing you in.
I walk in. Is he chained up at all?
Yeah, he's got some chains around his feet that are latched to the bedding area that he's got.
Can you? I go to Brug. Can you remove the chains?
He kind of looks at you with very curious eyes. He doesn't want to.
There's no point.
Roll a persuasion for me.
Nat 20.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, he just quickly unlocks it. As he kind of stands up, goes, "Me leave, stay."
You can do whatever you want. I wake up the cultist and I kind of just start bringing him away and out of the prison.
Okay. Brug goes with you. He just kind of stretches his back as he gets outside.
Mm-hmm.
Me done.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, he goes and walks off into the night.
I'm gonna. How close am I to the edge of town?
The prison would be generally probably about 15-20 minutes away. They don't want too far for the prisoners to go in, but they also don't want it to be too easy for them to get out if a break happens.
Right.
So you're 20 minutes of a walk away from the city gates.
Oh, then I'm kind of just a little, maybe 50 feet outside of the prison or whatever, and I kind of just look at the cultists and I go,
Everything okay?
yeah. I don't really have a use for you anymore.
Listen, man. I traded you. You ain't gonna kill me, right? That'd be a break of our deal, right? Right?
I'm not gonna kill you.
Wait, you're not? Hey.
No.
And I'm just free to go.
Do you repent for what you did?
Oh fuck yeah, fuck the cult. That shit's lame.
No, I'm serious. No jokes.
What you just want me to apologize? I'm a little sorry. This has never happened before.
Do you repent?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely never gonna join the cult again. Well,
you
they're
can't.
fucking crazy. Well, yes, we made an agreement. I mean, not that I'd go back. The place is kind of crazy.
Do whatever you want.
The guards, they're not gonna chase me? Do they even know?
Only one god really knows, but he's probably sleeping right now.
All right. He just kind of reaches out a hand to go and shake yours. You're a very generous man.
No, I'm not. And then I'm just gonna walk away.
All right, he lowers his hand and kind of like you just turn to see him, and eventually he just kind of jogs out of the city.
I'm just gonna walk back to the house.
Okay. Benelia, after a little bit, you've helped Azri into the living room. You know, she's kind of laid down on what's kind of remained of the couch area. What do you do when Azri's kind of been laid down?
I wait for her to fall asleep. I go and I play piano very softly until she falls asleep.
Okay.
And then when I notice she fell asleep, I go and I braid her hair.
Okay. Yeah, she easily, just simple as could be, braided LaFay's hair earlier today, so you know, quite memorized at it. Eventually, Michaelis comes home first. Michaelis, how are you when you come into the house?
I feel like a breath of like exhaustion, like relief a bit that I told somebody about it, but I feel like at the same time it's like this is a sense of dread in a sense of like uneasiness with like me talking to Lascivious, the revelation what I was planning to might do in case things went bad.
Okay.
And with LaFay just like, popping a no bubbly and just like giving me very bad what's that anime term? Not sunder. Psycho bitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Psycho bitch vibes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
You just come home like a little bit shaken, hey?
yeah, I am just kind of just miffed on what to do. So I just go back, and it's like I'm not drunk, but I do feel like a little bit lightheaded from like, after like that being my first time drinking after a while.
Mm-hmm. Bonelia, seeing this with Michaelis, do you do anything with him at all?
Look up at him and I give him a wave.
Hey.
And I just go back to braiding her hair.
But you see Azri is there now. She wasn't there before. You see Azri is there, passed out on the couch as Bonelia is braiding her hair. Do you do anything, Michaelis, or?
I just kind of this look at her braiding and just like say, okay, well, that's up the par for Benelia.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just simply just gonna, I guess, just feel tired out, and Michaelis is literally just gonna go slam himself on the couch and break the last leg that was standing on the couch. So it's like an audible snap. It's just an audible snap. And all you see, I think, all you see is this. If anybody's like looking at the snap, all you see is my hand just go like.
All right.
This finally peeved off.
Eventually, Lascivious, you come home as well. You see this. Michaelis has fully broken the couch now. Bunya's there braiding Azri's hair. She's passed out on the couch.
I just kind of walk up and I go, hey. I let the guy go.
Oh. Good.
Was that the right thing to do?
It was.
I hope so. her to bed, I guess.
She's passed out on the couch. Did you want to move her anywhere?
Well, where we would have slept the night before or whatever.
Well, the night before.
Oh, true.
So,
I guess everything's done. Okay,
Mhm.
retract my statement. I'm just gonna go. Is there an open chair anywhere?
Yeah, you can kind of hovel together like a resting spot with the broken furniture.
Yeah, I'll just.
It's gonna be a little uncomfortable, but you can sleep there for the night.
Yeah, I'll just go and sleep there.
Sonnet and Mabel. With the night growing much darker, is there anything else that you two do, or do you just stay the night in the fort?
I would have given her the necklace that I purchased. The silver necklace with the constellation of stars in amethyst, I think it was. Yeah, I would have just given that to her probably as I was drifting off.
Yeah, if they're like, spoke about William and memories and stuff, and I looked out on the telescope and stuff, and I think if it was getting to the point where they were kind of just like they were still talking, but like they were close to nodding off.
Mm-hmm.
I think there would be something that Mabel would want to say.
Say it then, bitch.
More than one. Yeah, more than welcome to say.
Yeah, I think maybe after, maybe every so often there's like a small pause, and maybe there's one pause that stays silent for a little too long, and Mabel just kind of yeah, I think she's still kind of, if they're both on the ground, I think she's like obviously turned over to him, and
yes,
without like nudging him or anything like that, I think Mabel goes, before you sleep, I have to, there's something I want to say. I don't know if this happened. I don't know if what I saw was what I saw. I don't even, I asked you the other day how you slept, and you said you were fine. Said you slept well. And then I could have sworn you were in pain last night, and I thought I saw something.
Like what?
Like you got up, like you sat up, and you weren't saying anything. You I think it was Tekelman. I know that sounds weird. There's the mask was there, and
I
you
got
looked
up.
You got up. You sat up. But you weren't you. And you looked at me, and as soon as you looked at me, and you kind of, she's like, you fell back down. It was like nothing ever happened, and it went away. I don't know if I'm going crazy.
I don't think you're going crazy. I don't know why that would be. Honestly, it makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I kind of half wish you didn't have to sleep. But it 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 looked like you were in pain, and then it kind of went away, but then the mask was like forming, and then you sat up, and as soon as he looked over to me, there was like a split second, and then he went away. I don't know what that means, or if that's I don't know what that was. But the more I talk about it, I think it happened. He was definitely trying to do something. I don't know what. It
I'll
was
have
like
to talk to him about it, I suppose. I
Do you
don't
think
really
he
know
would
either.
tell you?
He's been pretty forthcoming thus far to me.
But do you think he would? It looked like he was in the middle of something. I caught him off guard. Or
Well, the way that you're explaining it, to me kind of sounds like maybe it was just the pain of the lycanthropy, and maybe he was helping with that, soothing it.
maybe, but what? I don't know. Like, you were asleep. What's to really say this hasn't happened before? I don't know. I'm just worried. I don't know. Maybe he was up to something. I know how that sounds. I don't know. What if it happens again?
I don't really know how to answer that.
I mean, you know, I'll be around. It'll be okay. I mean, I'll let you know if you know.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to, keep sleeping next to each other, just to keep an eye on things.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, reciprocation.
If it's okay with you guys, we'll push through. All of you kind of get to your resting places for the night, whether it be a broken couch in a fort made of blankets and pillows and sheets, or just sitting there braiding a sleeping woman's hair. You all kind of get a full rest if you haven't already had a full rest. The morning following, Mabel, you see, just for sake of convenience, if it's all right with everybody, I'm just gonna say that you all kind of convened downstairs, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Real quick. We don't have to touch on it right now, but would I have seen anything during the night?
Absolutely nothing.
Fuck. Okay. Okay.
Absolutely fucking
Okay.
not.
As you kind of convene downstairs, Mabel, you see Magnus and Amelia kind of speaking. Very far off down the road, almost unnoticeable. You do see Charles kind of being real sneaky. He's trying not to be within view of the house.
Yeah.
For those of you, say it. No, stop it. LeFay has kind of appeared downstairs, just like a little ways behind the parents, trying not to be in the way. LeFay just kind of looks to you all and kind of like prances, like kind of like tweedles up, like really excited. It's like, so am I going?
seeing LaFay, Bonelia puts her face in her hands because she remembered that she was on LaFay's.
She LaFay just kind of like taps you on your bony shoulder. Goes, "It's okay. It happens to everyone who tries to keep a watch on me. It's okay."
Apparently, she knows her way around, and she could maybe be useful or something. I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you guys want the help, I'm here. If you don't want the help,
I don't trust her, but I mean,
No.
I mean that's just rude.
better
but, I mean, I'm
we
right
keep an eye
here.
on her rather than, not keep an eye on her. I feel like.
Yeah, I think she'll do more. She'll be more useful to us if she's with us. We just keep an eye on her, because otherwise, considering that she was just able to escape without Charles or Benelia noticing, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Fae could just do whatever she wants, and for some reason she wants to stick with us. So doesn't mean I trust her, but if she knows her way around to Boyum and the routes there, useful information is useful information, no matter who it's coming from.
He just kind of very gently raises his hand. Plus, I know the generalized. I've never been to the exact spot, but I know the general area of where William's held.
Oh.
And you're gonna take us, no tricks.
I said I'm here to help, aren't I?
Yeah, for
Say
some
that
reason I'm
to
not
you.
comforted by that.
She just
But-
kind of like she just raises like a single pinky. She goes, "Listen, it's you can't break a pinky promise. Come on, as a family." She kind of puts her hand in the middle, like expecting everybody to do it at the same time.
We are
I'm
not
not
family.
watching.
Yeah, no, that's not
Bonelia
happening.
puts her hand-
I put her hand down. It's like,
What was that, Danica?
Benelia she raises her hand to put her pinky in.
but I pushed LaFay's hand down. It's like,
Okay,
You're doing this- to help us. It's not a family thing.
I just, Mabel, we're gonna be gone. I don't know if you saw, but Azria doesn't have a leg. Is she good to stay here? Like, she can't come with us, so.
This will be the first time outside of Mikhail's, because you would have seen it kind of as you stumbled in. Mabel and Sonnet, this is the first time you're hearing of this too.
Boing.
Her leg, like it's.
Yeah, they had to cut it off.
It's-
I want to stop in what was it called again?
Gilda.
Gilda. I think it's on the way to Zaboyum.
Yeah.
And we also need to stop by the council place.
yes,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
there's something important there.
I'm gonna. I put Bane's sword in the ground, and I think it's still there. So maybe give it to Michaelis, and then give us a little one up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
Right.
you killing Loth a lot easier.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's no problem.
okay.
I'll have to.
Talk to you.
It won't be a problem, but I'll
Yeah.
talk to
Okay.
LaFay
Sorry.
just kind of quickly like leans over to you, Mabel. Listen, I'm a very good ear. Your family doesn't want you to go. So if you want to do this thing, you should maybe sneak around them, because they might try to stop you.
Thank you so much for that.
I mean, when you only got one arm but you got two ears, it makes it good to hear.
Yeah. No, totally. You wanna back up for me now?
she just she got to back something up. Sorry, not family.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
You're lucky to be even an acquaintance.
I kind of pull Sonnet back. I kind of like nudge him and be like, "How did it go?"
Kind of well, and then kind of weird, but
Oh.
well.
Oh, did she like the thing you got her?
I think she did. I think she enjoyed it.
Did you do the moment thing, like that I told you about? Do a nice thing and then you'd give it.
No, I kind of just did it before I fell asleep. I just kind of.
Oh, okay. I mean, whatever works.
It
for
felt
you, man.
more natural,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Did Did you guys like touch lips or something?
Jesus, man. That's
Sorry, I just
so.
no.
You
I
just very very sneakily, like everybody except for these you see LeFay's like very gently like peering her ear over, like she's trying to eavesdrop.
I'm gonna pull. Do I see that?
Yeah, you would see her like very gently just
I'm gonna grab her by the scruff of the collar. It's like, say, you don't need to hear any more secrets.
she's just all right.
I'm just like, I listen. I just, there's other people that, that just like me.
It's fine. It's fine. I just.
Apparently, there's something better than touching lips. Or wait, no, I found out it was called kissing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'm not
better than
on.
kissing. It's insane.
No, it's I understand that part. That's not why I'm
Wild,
saying.
right?
Oh my
I know.
god.
Same
Oh my
here.
god.
I just
that
found
you
out too.
had just now. I knew already.
Oh. Same. And then I'm just gonna walk back.
Okay. So I'm gonna say now is the choice to make a decision about whether or not you want to try to sneakily get away from the parents, or if you want to try to go through them.
What's that over there?
I think
I
Mabel's
gotta-
already
I'm
set.
talking to them. I'm talking.
And I'm gonna be right behind her. This to be like, she's going.
Are you all kind of like standing behind her, like?
I'm just gonna follow whatever the rest of the group does.
We're the posse. We're the gang. Except LaFay, she can stand over there.
Yeah.
He's just off at the corner.
Yeah. How do my parents look as I approach?
You see Magnus is kind of like, he's a little bit propped up. You see, actually, a lot of you, as you kind of entered the house and kind of woke up in the morning, you saw Amelia was trying her best to kind of clean up the space with magic, and Charles was, not Charles, sorry, Magnus was helping her out with a bunch of different things. As they kind of like, they get to the doorway, Magnus is very kind of poised back and proper, like he's wearing like what would be a business attire, and Amelia is got like a bunch of papers. They look a little nervous, but everything looks okay between them right now, other than the fact that Amelia looks nervous and Magnus is trying his best not.
Okay.
Not to be nervous.
I'm gonna, assuming that I'm kind of walking up behind them, I'm kind of running through my head like, oh, what do I say? What do I start off with? But I think I'm just gonna be like, I'm leaving to go find him.
You said it'll turn you. Find William?
Will, yeah. I have a good idea of where he is, and I'm gonna get him.
Midas just kind of, you don't. But maybe you shouldn't be. This is gonna be dangerous, like incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, well, but everything else so far has been dangerous. I mean, this is Will. I'm not gonna leave him.
You don't even want to wait until we've had the meeting at our personal. Nothing at all.
What meeting?
A few of the council members were meeting at our personal district housing. The big house that's up on the top area, the blue one that's right across from the main council building, where, Magnus would do most of his work. We were going to put together a team to try and talk this out with him. You're not even going to entertain that idea.
With Cyrus.
With who else?
It's probably the dumbest plan ever.
I don't think talking to Cyrus is gonna help.
Something fell over in the next room. It sounded very heavy.
You guys are behind me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So
wanted to
what
make
we-
sure it wasn't my closet.
So what we said was like audible. They heard exactly what I
Yeah.
said.
Mhm.
They would have heard what you said.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think that might make things worse. Talking to him?
Amelia just kind of puts a hand on Magnus's shoulder. You said it yourself. She's incredibly talented. We haven't had a lot of time to talk about this at all, Magnus. If she wants to go and try this, I think you should let her. And then if she kind of gestures to your group, because if you all need the help, you'll reach out, right? We will send you help.
Yeah, no, of course, of course. Yeah, just please don't bring him here to talk. If what happened with Bane happened, then what's to stop Cyrus from doing something?
Also, Azria is here, and you're not bringing Cyrus anywhere near her.
You see, Magnus just kind of nods. It's not going to be an issue. If maybe I'm going to go out on a limb with this. I do not do this often. So please prove me wrong and show me that you can do this. I don't want you to go. I'm this close to saying, to just throwing this idea completely out the window, but your mother seems to believe in you. So I believe I should at least entertain the idea.
I'd
So
like for
are you-
Azria to stay here while we're gone.
Not she can have any of the rooms that are available other than yours and Williams, of course, once we get them repaired.
No, it's all right. She can take my room.
Are you sure about that?
I trust her.
Well, I'll do what you ask. I have some final preparation to make before I go do this meeting. Anyway, the council wants to have a discussion about what happened. We'll fill you in when you come back, maybe.
Okay. If we get into trouble, I'll let you know
Well-
as best I can.
Thank you. The two of them kind of get properly dressed. Amelia goes to give you a hug. Do you give your mother a hug?
Yeah, I give her a hug.
Magnus just kind of looks to you. He knows that he's probably not gonna get one if he goes for it. So you see him like you see that he wants to, but he doesn't feel like it's appropriate given the conversation for the day previous, and just gives you a nod. Just prove me wrong. And they return to the rest of the house as they kind of tend and get ready.
Bonelia gives Magnus a hug.
Well,
Magnus just kind of like puts his hands up and goes, get it off, please.
Let's go.
He just kind of like dusts himself off. Mabel, you have weird friends, and just moves forward.
I'm gonna quickly go over to the. I'm assuming Azria is still on the couch.
Yeah, Azria is looking at you all as a group. She just
Yeah.
looks really sad that she couldn't stand behind as like an extra body.
I just walk over to her, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, you can't put your life in danger. You're just gonna have to sit in luxury, I guess."
You see, she just gives you like the smuggest little grin. Goes, I'm gonna put my life in danger here just to spite you. I don't know how, but I'll do it. Just because
No.
you said it.
No. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go get you a leg.
You could say that you're gonna get me a leg up on Lolth, right?
I audibly groan.
I go, Loth is mine.
She just pats you on the shoulder and goes, "Of course, I wouldn't take that spotlight from you. Although I totally could."
Not without a leg. But I'm just gonna kiss
her
her on the
eyes
mouth.
go-
I'm gonna kiss her on the mouth, and I'm gonna be like, "I'll talk to you when I get back."
You see, like, her eyes just wide. Like, she just covers her mouth on each side as you go. LeFay just kind of very giddily kind of gets with you. So, shall we go get your friend and be off? She whispers the get the friend part. She knows that the others probably shouldn't hear it.
If we could just make a quick stop to the place for the councils.
Yes.
Or just a
Yeah.
little quick.
Shouldn't be
you
that
all,
long.
You all gather. Charles meets you a little ways away from the Magnolia residence. He kind of gathers some things. You see, he's got like a travel pack. Like Charles usually carries quite light, but you see he's packed like pretty much all that he thinks he could possibly need into
Damn,
one
okay.
big thing. Goes. So I said I wasn't leaving, right? So he just kind of pats his bags. All right, where are we going first? And mention the council building, so you
Council.
guys go to the council
Yeah.
building.
Mm-hmm.
You see lots of guards kind of sectioning off a lot of the areas to it. Seeing Mabel though, they allow you kind of all through.
Yeah.
You
Also, I
go
have the head
to-
on my waist right now.
on your waist right now.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of the guards just they peer at the head as you kind of go through. One actually spits kind of like off to the floor on the side a little bit,
And I go.
but then
"I feel
realizes
you."
he just spat in the council hall and just kind of wipes it up really quickly. You
Good
get to
boy.
the room that the Bane fight took place in,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Kapir actually kind of looking around.
Right.
Looks rather confused.
Hey.
You see his wings kind of like flush out. And well, I was hoping I would see you all again before you vanish to go do whatever you're off to.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What did I just miss? My dad came in.
Kapir is we're in the room and Kapir is here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Walker froze.
No. Come back.
Well,
Oh, am I here?
you're here now.
Oh,
there we go.
there we go.
Okay, my internet cut out for a little bit, and I thought I was just completely gone.
Mm.
Did anybody say anything before I
Yeah, Nat
left?
just needed to be informed
all
of what
good.
happened, so we're good. We're good.
Okay, yeah. All right. I was hoping I'd see you all before you venture off for your next location. Any good news or anything along the likes?
We're going to Zaboyam.
Ah,
And
you know, I can't. I'm a little busy. I'm just checking in on the council and things before I left. Firstly, Cheshire sends his regards. They're currently doing magical tests to see if they can pry any memories out from the doppelganger, to see if they can get any kind of information.
Mm.
They say you're doing a wonderful job, considering you just happened to, kill a god
Hey.
and all that. Which, speaking of, I know that he kicked me out of my region, but I was trying to see if there was anything left of him. Normally it doesn't happen very often, but normally when gods die, our equipment tends to stay.
Oh yeah, no, I put a sword in the ground.
that's why we're kind of here, to be truthful.
Are one of you taking it?
Yeah, Michaelis.
I was gonna say, because the skeleton looks rather. She's got no meat on her bones. She doesn't look like she
Yeah.
has any muscle. Lascivious, I'm sorry, you're rather skinny.
Okay, well,
Mabel,
you don't have to
you're a wizard.
say that.
I mean, technically, Bonellia is stronger than Lascivious, so your point is
Okay,
moot,
so but like, why are we even talking about this? I just kind of walk over to where it is, and I'm just like, it's right here.
You see, Kapir kind of goes. I would stand back a little bit,
Oh, okay.
and you see
Oh.
he winds like up his arm, and you see it get covered in like this very nice golden kind of plating, as he just kind of digs through the floor. It was in this spot, right? Like
Yeah. It's like right there.
And he just kind of digs a little deeper. Just, yeah, 'cause they really didn't want to ruin this floor a little bit more, but that's. I mean, they got money to pay for it, right?
Right.
And he grabs it, goes, oh, here we go. And he just kind of, you see, he pulls out this ginormous Buster Sword. Now, I was gonna keep this collected, but I think you did earn it. So it's a good thing you stopped by. Also, Lascivious, he tosses you your knife.
Oh, thanks.
I found this on the floor. I definitely thought it was yours. You're a fucking klutz.
Well, I mean, okay. Anyways.
So he hands you the sword, Ian. I'll message you the stats to the sword afterwards.
Yeah, I'll probably fill that in later.
Yeah,
but...
it'll be a whole custom item. But this weapon is called Bane's Buster.
Bane's Buster, I like it.
I hope you use it better than he did. From what I can see, it looks like it definitely looks like he didn't even get to use it.
No, you can thank him for that.
You know.
You see, Kapir just kind of like leans down to you, Lascivious.
Mm.
You know, I thought you were special when you took that ring and you put it on my statue. You know, everybody's special in their own kind of way, but something seemed different. I think you're proving that, whether you're attempting to or not.
Oh, thanks.
I know that you're still keeping in mind what I've mentioned before, correct?
Of course.
Well, when this is all said and done, hopefully everything goes well and everybody's alive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you make it through everything, there's something else I want to offer you on top of that. But you'll have to reach out to me directly. It's not something that I can just do for you.
Oh.
It's almost like an offer of sorts. We'll get to that when this is all done.
Okay.
And he reaches out to give you a little fist bump.
I fist bump him back.
Just first ever mortal Godslayer. Dope. And he kind of stands up. Oh, and I'm sorry that I wasn't helpful during the fight. I wish I could give you another feather, but that shit kills to take out. So I'm afraid I'm not going to give you another one of those.
You don't want to be like Icarus, right?
Exactly. Fly too close to the sun and all that.
Yeah.
I'm going to head back to Chestertown and help do a little bit more to the body.
Will you let us know if you find anything?
Of course. And of course, if do you have anything you want me to say to your friends back home? I mean, they're worried sick. They heard about the Bane fight, and I couldn't get into too many details. I had to come back right away.
I guess just that we're okay.
Bane's dead, and things can only look up, I guess. Hopefully. I don't know.
Next to Bonilia, anything for you, my skelly friend?
You definitely, I feel like, probably the Eldenor stuff.
Yeah. Say thank you to Eldenor.
Looks to the series. Anything for you? Anybody you want me to say any words to?
Tell Zoltan that I killed a fucking god.
Oh, I've already told him, and
Oh,
he's
shit.
proud as he's. And I quote, "That's my fucking boy."
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna just tell him that I'm off to kill the next one.
It looks to Mabel. Anybody you want me to specifically reach out to back at Chestertown?
No, my people are here.
Michaelis? Anybody?
Um, Podrick, Evelyn, Gooseplant, and for what has been done these past couple days. Do tell them that we're heading to Zavoyim, so on the off chance that they are sending aid or themselves are coming over, then just relay that information. Any help is, if they're able to, can come over, but if they're still helping out in Chesterville, then Chestertown, sorry. I think that's about it. Otherwise, if you can, if you're able to, this send us updates on the schematics I sent out. See how everybody's doing for the prop ups.
Yes, I'll check in on that as soon as I get back. Sonnet, do you have anybody that you would like me to reach out to while I'm back there?
Nope.
He just Kapir nods. Okay. I will hopefully be back with good news the next time I see you. And you see he wings go wide spread out. He goes off into the air, and you see just a beam of light head towards the interior region, towards where Chestertown would be. You all kind of saddle up again. Unfortunately, there's no carriage for this particular trip, so you will be walking.
On the before we like set out, I'm gonna quickly just be like, "Hey guys, I'll meet you at the thing. I'm just gonna go quickly do something, and I just want to go to a, not an armory, some sort of thing, and I'm gonna adjust my wardrobe."
Okay. Yeah. So, all of you head off to the eastern gate that leads to Lunarium, between the crossroads that lead to either Lunarium or Yanamel. Just as you get to like the end gates, you see Lascivious come up. And Lascivious, would you mind please describing how Lascivious looks now?
Yeah, so Lascivious shows up with like some new kind of what he was wearing before was like a light vest with like no shirt underneath and like baggy pants, and it was like very like gold, like a lot of like jewelry kind of stuff. And now he has a dark kind of leather kind of armor set with like dark red kind of bands and stuff like that. The how it looks is, I mean, I think I've shown everybody already, but
Just for sake of description.
yeah.
Character pictures, I guess.
Yeah, toss it into
Yeah,
character
I'm
pictures.
looking for. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
And you all begin, to make your way towards Lunarium, the border town between Zeboyim and Zvar. Now, I will ask if people are willing to. We can continue for a little longer, but if we're wanting to stop, this is a really good place to stop for the night if we would like to. So I'll get a vibe for how everybody's going.
I am gonna be a party pooper and say I really like.
Super tired in. It's
Don't
no
even
worries.
see
I'm sorry.
There's no
It's
reason to be
all
sad.
good.
Like this has
So-
been thoroughly enjoyable. Like but yeah.
Very draining emotionally, but a lot of conversations that need to happen have happened. A lot of cool stuff has gone through. So
I
then,
mean, it was fucking emotional the first hour. Like Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Natalie, Oscars, 10 out of 10.
so for now, I'll say that's where we're gonna end today's session. Is with you all about to make your travel to Lunarium. All of you with Charles and LaFay in tow.